Bro.
Okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Gaunt School. Today we're talking about monster energy. That's why we haven't started yet. um, but welcome. We're back, session three. And well, we can just get right into it. I think. I don't think we have anything to cover, so we might as well just start. We can do the recap on the other screen. How about that? Shall we do it over here? All right. So, anybody remember the extra energy monsters that were a different shade of green or orange? That's what chat says. Chat's
No.
joining in on the discussion.
No.
I don't.
That is a negative, friend. That's a
Just
negative.
Just
DJ,
you,
I think
DJ.
you might be hallucinating right now.
I don't think that happened, actually. I think you might have made that one up.
I'm gonna Google it. Hold on.
Maybe you're tired.
Maybe you need a Monster Energy.
I Googled.
Got him.
Okay. Is it the nitro ones?
Oh, wait, I remember those.
know nothing
Because there's
about Monster
nitro
Energy drinks.
ones. There's nitro, and then like reserve, and then like there's one that's like assault that has like it's got like army pattern on it.
What?
Yeah, it's called
Military grade?
assault.
Military grade monster.
160 milligrams of caffeine and has a bourbon cola flavor.
Is it
What?
Monster already military
Bourbon
grade
cola?
though? I'm pretty sure it is.
Gabby, are
I'm
you
pretty
roll for me?
I'm looking up
yeah,
where
sorry,
to
I just had
buy.
to refresh it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I
Alright.
can
There
buy
we
it
go, yeah.
for. Oh, it's unavailable
alright.
on Amazon.
Previously on Gun's Phone. Previously on Gaunt School, the party, having made their escape from the prison transport that they were destined for, met up with a girl named Camille, a little bit of an oddball, dressed as a maid, with a bit of a criminal background, who they're called extra strength. Okay. Who offered them a place to lay low while they were being hunted by the prison guards who would be searching for their escaped fugitives. But in addition to a place to lay low in Marenhall, she also offered a job. And as they arrived in Marenhall at a little tavern by the coast called the Gypsy Quipper, the party were informed of this job, this plan that Camille had. And that plan was to rob the vaults, the bank vault of her former employer, Lady Gwendolyn Gaunt. And the party, each with their own reason to do so, agreed to join in on the heist. And so the first phase of that heist was, to remind you, written down for you. Wow. Convenient. The first phase was the scouting phase, as Camille described it. And she advised you guys, as she couldn't do so herself since she needs to lay a little bit lower than you guys since she's a more known face in town, that you should travel around town and sort of get the lay of the land from the taverns, cafes, restaurants, anywhere where people gather, in order to get your finger on the pulse of the city and figure out if there's anything that might help or any information that will be beneficial to the heist. The next part of the scouting phase, you will need to scout the bank itself, because it won't do to just sort of wing it with the heist. You need to know what you're going to have to deal with on the day of the actual heist, so it would be best to case the joint. So she did warn you that unless you've got a reason to be inside, you're probably not going to get much further than the lobby. And so you're going to have to find a way to get a little bit further into the bank to do any proper scouting. As for the last little part, is he added that you should keep your eye out for any potential allies. Any brains, brawn, distractions, insiders, anybody who you think might be useful for the heist, and then consider recruiting them, so long as you're willing to share the loot at the end. And so the party, beginning to scout out the city, decided to make their way to the Wash, which is a sort of rundown, sort of half slum, a pirate slum along the coast of the city, and where all the more nefarious, sketchy characters hang out. And they made their way through there and encountered a goblin drug dealer, a troll who was a troll debt collector who was putting the squeeze on some lady who owned a necklace stand, as well as a tavern built into a still floating ship. And they did a bit of exploring. They talked to people in the tavern and learned about the steam house. They learned about Captain Hanlon, who seems to be running a criminal organization out of the Wash. And they learned about they they arm wrestled for some money. So they learned about gambling.
Hee
And so as they set their sights elsewhere for where else they want to explore in town, they drew up this little path. I drew this one, but this is the path you described for me. Does this still track? As you guys were kind of standing in the Wash still, and deciding where to head next, you said that you wanted to go travel through the stilts and make your way through the Artisan District, heading on a path toward the Misthaven Steamhouse. Does that still sound like the goal for you guys?
That sounds accurate, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Very well. If that's still where you guys want to go, then let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So, the four of you make your way out of the tavern, the Knife's Edge, and have to sort of bump past the bouncer who is still blocking the entrance from any unwanted guests. And he notices you guys walking back out of the tavern, and then steps out of the way to allow you guys to pass. Not really saying anything, but just giving like kind of a small nod of recognition as he's seen your faces before. And so, unless you have anything else you want to do in the Wash while you're here, you turn your attention a little bit eastward as you travel back along the road, winding your way along the wooden bridges towards the stilts. Let's actually grab everybody right here for a sec. Perfect. So, does anybody have anything they want to do in the Wash?
No, I think we've done everything we wanted to do here, right, guys?
Yeah, we need money before we go back to that guy with the potions.
Yeah.
So.
We only broke even last.
We only broke even.
We cannot buy
afford
drugs yet.
No.
No
Dude.
drugs.
No
No
drugs.
drugs.
We're getting there. Don't worry, guys.
We're on the up and up. We'll get drugs eventually, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, just a couple
No one
more.
fear.
Guys, it might be time to cook. I don't know. We might have to make our own.
Jesse.
Jesse, we have to cook.
All right. So, the four of you wind your way back along the wooden bridges and stepstone paths of the Stilt District and make your way through a kind of more wide open area where you can see several of those stilted stone platforms out in the water. that bear houses of their own.
Oh, hey, it's that girl we saved.
Oh dang, what was her name again?
Oh, yeah. Good question.
What was her name? Astrid?
mm.
Was it Astrid?
Was it Ashley?
Oh, yes, it feels like an Astrid.
That
feels
looks
like
like
it
an
would be
Astrid to me.
Astrid. Ah, it looks like an
Just
Astrid.
approach and say,
Just look
"Hey,
at that."
Astrid, long time no see."
Yeah,
That's your name, right?
totally. Hold on. I actually took down notes. Yeah, that's Astrid. I did my homework, guys.
So, as you make your way between a few houses and can see the ocean stretch out before you, there are a few smaller stalls set up kind of before it makes its way out into the stone platforms. And one of which is a stall being manned by Astrid, the woman that you previously helped evade getting bashed over the head by a giant troll. Upon which she pledged her life to you.
One ally down, guys. We got
Yeah,
this.
we have one. We've succeeded.
We have two. We also have the Great Sage.
That's right.
Oh, right, yes. the
That's
great-
true.
yes. The very wise sage, indeed.
The wisest of sages.
In the stall next to Astrid's, there's a stern-looking dwarf who is cracking open crab shells. And
Does he only sell crab, or do I see any peppers in there?
you definitely don't see any peppers.
Okay.
It seems
I
like
see
he
buckets
is,
of squid.
he is mostly selling crustaceans, and there is a little bucket of squid as well.
Crustaceans, you say?
He from Maryland?
Where's the
Oh,
old
this
guy?
is Marin Hall, not Maryland.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Oh, well, I
Sorry.
You
mean.
may have misheard me. As you walk up to Astrid's little necklace stand, you see recognition dawn in her face as she lights up at the sight of you. And she waves you over to approach and says, hello, was there something that you needed from me?
Oh, no, we were just, going this way. Thought we'd say hi.
Oh, that reminds me. She bends down and begins to rifle under the table that she has set up, and you see her pull out a few crates and begin to rummage through them. And she pulls out a small sort of burlap wrapping that she places down on the table and unwraps for you. And inside is a little necklace that is beaded with these small glass charms that appear to be shaped in the shape of sort of assorted animals, various animals. You see a whale, you see a turtle, you see a bear, you see all these different animals. And she slides it across the table just sort of to the group and says, since you helped me out, please, have it.
Is it okay? Is it a bunch of charms, or is it just like one item thingamajig?
It's a charm necklace, and all the little charms are different animals made of glass.
That's so cute. Oh my god.
So cute.
I'm glad we saved her, guys. She seems
Me
nice.
too.
Free necklace, free necklace.
Who's gonna take it?
Out of character, I think Leah should because it was her money.
She kind of like
Yeah.
mumbles to herself just as she's like offering it to you. She just says, I couldn't really sell it anyway because when I was wearing it, I heard voices all the time and it was a little bit unsettling, but maybe you'll find more use for it.
Ooh, voices.
Voices.
Leah is gonna grab the necklace.
You can make an Arcana check on it if you want. Anybody can. She's offering it to the
Anybody?
group.
All right. How is my?
I did not have
know.
my character sheet pulled up, guys.
Nice.
Happens to us all.
Oops.
7.
Can we all make Arcana checks?
Yeah, whoever wants to.
I got an 18.
I got an 11.
All right. Then Leah, as you pick up the necklace, you can definitely feel that it's got some sort of like residual magical energy. Just kind of coming from the entire necklace as a whole.
Intriguing. Not like specifically just like the glass animal bits, or like the whole thing.
The whole necklace. The
Oh, okay.
charms are attached to the necklace itself, and so the whole thing sort of gives off this faint arcane aura as you pick it up.
Leah is putting on the necklace,
Oh yeah.
Very well.
testing my
Incredible.
hypothesis.
Do you need help putting that on, or?
Oh, yes, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I help Leah put it on.
Yeah, it has a
Um,
little clasp at the back, so helpful to have somebody else do it for you.
Ooh.
Does Leah instantly hear
Yeah.
voices?
Do
What
I hear-
happened?
Do I hear voices?
No.
Oh, all right.
Alright.
Nice. Yeah. I'm gonna ask Astrid, ooh, where'd you get it? In turn, yeah.
Well, she kind of trails off. Well, to be entirely honest, most of the jewelry I make, but that one I did find.
Ooh.
Find.
Yes, perhaps washed up from some sort of sea wreck, maybe? I found it on the beach. You see the glass there? She kind of points at the necklace. It's a little bit worn down. It's sort of like beach glass. And you find an old broken bottle on the beach, yes?
Ooh.
And so I imagine it had been washed up in the ocean for quite a bit. Again, I'm not really sure where it came from, but it looked pretty, so I thought I could sell it in the shop. Well, I wore it for a little bit because I thought it looked nice, and then started hearing things, so decided to get rid of it.
Oh.
She kind of like trails off and realizes that, but it is valuable, I'm sure. So please take it as a gift.
What kind of things were you hearing when you were wearing it?
Well, just sort of when you're walking through a crowd and you just hear passing conversations.
The
I
conversations,
see.
they
little-
didn't seem
a little bit-
hostile, right?
A little bit, no. A little bit like that, but, well, there wasn't really anyone around.
Hmm.
Huh.
Then I'm not really familiar with the arcane. So, I suppose I could have just been crazy. You lot seem like you are at least a little more experienced, so perhaps you'll find better use of it than me.
Well, if it's got some use, we will find a way to use it. But it's rather pretty, so.
Well, I'm glad
Oh
you
yes,
like it.
thank you very much. It's quite beautiful. All the stuff that you make is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I do put as much work as I can into it. I don't know that they're masterworks or anything like that, but well, I do my best.
Ooh. Can we oogle at her wares?
Yeah, they don't look like kind of like the finest made jewelry by a goldsmith from Urhalai, Sarisa, but there's definitely some talent there. She's clearly put a lot of work into learning to make jewelry. Even if it isn't the most kind of opulent jewelry, it's a little more humble.
Mm-hmm.
It still looks rather nice.
Ooh. Okay. So there is some talent. Nice. Ooh. Okay. I'll be like looking at the jewelry, right? And I'll say, you should have more confidence in yourself. Would my characters have seen a lot of jewelry, right? Yeah.
I imagine so. Urhalai is quite prominent with all sorts of master artisans. So even
Yeah.
just walking through a bazaar, you would have seen like some of the most talented people on the entire star
Okay.
doing their
Say
thing.
so. Okay, I'll say, I've seen a lot of talent back home, and I'll say, with some more practice, I'm sure you'll get there. You know, and I'm like picking up some of her stuff and looking at it. She's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, she brightens up as you say that, and she says, "Really? Well, where's home?"
Ooh, I'm from Urhalai.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have heard about the master goldsmiths and jewelers that live in that city, and well, I've never seen any of their work.
Hee. I can confirm they're very talented over there.
She actually looks at the like bangles and jewelry that you're wearing,
Yeah.
and says, "Is that Halasatran craftsmanship there?
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't mind if I just examined it, would you?"
Hee. Not at all. I'll stick like my arms out so that she can look at the stuff I'm wearing.
Yeah, she takes your hand and kind of turns it over, examining the many bracelets and bangles that you wear.
Hee.
Incredible. The metallurgy here. It's like nothing I've seen before. Uh, this is a bit much to ask when I already owe you quite a bit. Would you mind if I just borrowed one of them to examine further?
Hmm. Not at all. I don't mind. I'll take off one of my little bracelets and hand it to her. If it'll
Thank you.
help with your craft, then of course I'd be happy to help.
She takes the burlap that the charm necklace was in and wraps your bracelet in it, and then tucks it into a safe spot beneath the table, and says, thank you kindly. I'll be sure to return it to you when I'm able, but I just want to take a closer look. I feel there's a lot to learn."
But of course, I hope that you can learn something from it.
She like almost gives like a half bow of respect towards you and says, Again, I already owe you so much. I really can't thank you all enough for all that you've done for me."
But of course, Fortuna smiles on you this day.
Well, I imagine you all are quite busy. I don't want to keep you, but please do come by and visit. I should be able to return this to you tomorrow or the next day. Well, it depends on how complicated it is. But please do stop by again.
Of course, of course.
And if you need it back at any time, please come by.
Please don't worry. Like I said, if it can help you, then I am all right with you borrowing it for as long as you need.
She bows her head again and says, "Again, I really can't thank you enough."
Teehee. Alright, and I'm gonna look at the others. What were they up to?
I think we've
Yeah.
just been looking at the jewelry, probably.
We're trying to figure out what can fit. Okay.
Yeah, on Kagog.
I have no need of shiny metals or polished stones, but everyone seems to like them. They
Yeah. Kigox, I would say that the bracelets definitely don't fit. The rings absolutely not.
yeah.
But I would say if you really wanted to, you imagine that one of the necklaces could be refashioned as a bracelet instead.
But would it work the same if it were magical? That's the question.
And as long as you were wearing it.
Right. But like Kegox is just like absently rummaging through stuff, and he watches like other people slip rings on fingers and bracelets on wrists, and he tries to do it. He's like, oh.
I think the only place you'd be able to get the ring on is just like onto the very tip of the tusk.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I have no need of shiny stones and things like that. And then he puts something down really reluctantly, like he says that, but he doesn't believe what he says.
I'm sure we can find you something.
Or we could get something specially made. And I'll wink
Oh,
at
yeah.
Astrid.
Yes, of course. I can do custom commission.
Hee see?
What is a commission?
Oh no.
Oh, God.
You just taught him what gold was, like.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright, so Reese is gonna look at the other two and be like, okay, who's gonna tell him?
I'll do it. Kgox, so commissions are things that artisans like Astrid here will do. So you will give them some of your gold, and they will give you something that you desire that is of their specialty. So in this case, we would give Astrid some gold, and she would give you a necklace or a bracelet or some sort of decoration for your horns or anything like that.
Designed to your
eye-
exact specification, however you want it to look.
His eyes light up, and he's like, "Can you make a bracer out of leather and bone if I give you the leather and bone?"
Oh, well, I can't say that I've ever worked with bone and leather before. I could certainly try. I also never made a bracer before. But well, I'm always trying to learn.
I will return when I have more of this gold, and I will commission you. And he proudly like marches off. He's like, "Yeah, I've got it."
New side quest. Get Kgox
Side
a
quest.
bracer.
Kgox wants a bracer. We're gonna get it for him.
Astrid, as he's walking away, Astrid just like holds her head in her hands, just, oh God, what did I agree to? I don't know how to make a brace.
It's like,
I'm sure whatever you make will be great.
Or maybe we can get it done from a blacksmith and then sneak it to Astrid, and then she'll be like, "I made this."
Kgox goes up to this guy over here and says, "If you go over there, she can make you anything of your wildest dreams."
Oh God!
And he points with his trunk to Astrid, and he says it pretty loud. And he gives an acknowledging nod to the group and Astrid. He's helping.
Yeah, I mean, looks like you're already getting free advertisement. That's a hot commodity.
we really need to stop giving Kgox wild ideas.
I tried to explain it as best as I could.
Yes, well, again, thank you all for your help.
It's like, of course. And look, if you can't make a bracer, I'm sure Kgox would appreciate some sort of substitute.
Of course, of course. I will do my best if you bring the material.
I'm not quite sure where we're getting the bone, but I guess we'll figure that out.
I have bone at my house.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about the bone thing. Okay, well there we go.
If you
Now we just need leather.
We probably shouldn't actually be going. Never mind. I forgot. We can't actually probably not go back there.
Yeah, we'll find something. Smiled.
Well, if you do, then come back. Or just come back anyway if you want to visit.
Of course, we'll come and visit. Now we need to catch up with Kgox so he stops,
Advertising.
advertising. Yes.
Advertisement is good. It's very helpful.
Yes, but not if it's false advertising.
If you give her gold, she will make things for you. Is all the thing.
I'm sure Astrid is busy enough with her other commissions, but I'm sure she appreciates you spreading the word. You don't need to anymore, though. It's okay.
Yes, I do know little Astrid, and well, she's capable, but not capable of making anything.
What did you say?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I meant no offense by it. I just meant that, well, not everyone's good at everything.
He is quite good. She had said so herself.
Yes, well, I'm sure she is.
Kegok just like kind of leers, eyes down on this man. You would do well to believe me.
Oh my god.
I believe you. I believe you.
Running.
Very good. And Kegok's just like Kegok's like he just stands there, waits till the guy backs up.
He just goes and like pretends to get into a conversation with this guy to try to encourage you to leave.
Nox,
Okay.
I would be more than interested in hearing about this advertisement over this way.
Yes, let's go
Yeah,
this way, Kagog.
I'm sure all the people at the bank will be more than happy.
It's true, we should talk to the people at the
hear about
bank.
us.
Yes.
Oh yes, where is that bank?
This way.
Somewhere. Yeah.
We-
We have to take kind of a long way to get there, so you know, we're headed there, but eventually we'll kind of have to go through some other places
Yes.
first.
Very well. I will follow. And Kegox will just follow everybody.
Yeah, so as you step away from the two stalls there, where would you like to go next?
Let's see.
Are there any snakes in the area?
I don't know. You could do a nature or a survival check if you want to look. for
Dude,
them.
let's go. You said nature or survival?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm blind. I'll do survival. Snake friend, let's go. Yo, let's go.
All right. With a 21, you're very, very certain that there aren't any snakes in the area.
Dang it!
No.
No snake friends.
Snakes
so
at some
sad.
point. Snakes at some
Yeah.
point.
Find them.
Let's go. Soon.
I mean, I imagine we have to go up, like up this road here to get to.
Yeah, that
Where
would
we
take
need
you towards Artisan Square. That's where you
Okay.
want
Yeah. Are we good to head there, or did anybody have anything else they want to explore here? There's some
mean,
interesting smoke
I was
coming
gonna say
from.
there's a big market down here with the smoke guy. Yeah.
Gotta go check that out.
Yeah? Yeah.
Are those peppers? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Oh my god.
They might be. Wait, no, I think they are. Oh my god.
Let's go.
All right.
We gotta
we're
go
going
check.
that way.
We gotta check if they're the peppers.
All right.
Mm,
Pepper time.
Pepper,
pepper
time.
time.
I will say there's a building here that has like little lanterns set up.
Oh.
That kind of look like they're inviting you inside, but as you look at the door, there's actually a wooden sign hanging by some string.
Ooh, what does it say?
And carved into the wood is the words closed in preparation for the Sea Lantern Festival. Will be open soon.
Ooh.
A festival?
What do these runes mean? And I tap them with my trunk. Sarisa, what do these runes mean?
It says that it's closed. It'll be. Hold up. What was that again, Grid?
Closed in preparation for the Sea Lantern Festival. Will be open again soon.
Okay, I will repeat that to Kangox. Excuse me.
If the door is closed, why not open it?
Well, that's because they're not ready yet, Kagox.
Would
That
they
make-
not want to be surprised?
No. I don't think they would. Ooh, but look, it says Lantern Festival here. I wonder what that's about.
Yeah,
Festivals are nice.
I'll turn to Leah and I'll be like, have you heard about this sea lantern festival? Is this a thing everywhere here or?
Great question. Grand Sea Lantern Festival.
I don't know. You tell me. I'm just kidding. Leah, you think back into your time spent in Marenhall. And maybe you didn't always attend it, but maybe you did. You can decide. But
Okay.
once per year in the summer, there's a migration of bioluminescent jellyfish that travel through the area, through the Maren Sea, at the same time of year each summer. And they pass the coastline of Marenhall. And so some denizens, those who are sort of more religious towards Seneschal, goddess of the sea, tend to celebrate the Sea Lantern Festival. But even some who are sort of more agnostic towards Seneschal or worship other gods just attend because it's a fun festival. And so food is prepared. There's celebrations to be had, all down at the Starshine Beach. And the festival ends with paper lanterns being lit and released as a symbolic gesture over the ocean, sort of joining the jellyfish migration as they float up into the sky. And you are supposed to write the name of a deceased loved one onto the lantern so that they can go up and join the stars to then watch down on you for the rest of the year.
Cool. Um, so I will relay this information to Anthena. Not like verbatim, but
Not verbatim.
I'll just kind of I'll say like the gist. And then just kind of Leah just kind of thinks for a second. She goes, "Well, my father and I used to go every year just to look at the jellyfish and whatnot, but it's very busy, and I know that would probably be our best time to maybe make a break-in, but I kind of want to go this year as well. Not for long, but
Yes, I mean it sounds absolutely beautiful. I'd love to see it. I think
it's
we
very
could.
fun. And
Yeah.
it's very educational. You can learn a lot about the jellyfish. I usually take notes, but I'd like to be participating in the lantern this year. But it's okay if we're busy. But it might also be, like I said, it might be a good time to do the thing. Because mostly everybody, is going to be here. So
I will say, Leah, as someone familiar with Marenhall, you would know that it doesn't necessarily fall on the exact same day every
Yeah.
single year. They actually have people monitoring it so that on the day when the jellyfish pass by Marenhall, that's when it happens.
word.
And so you would have to ask around to know what day
Okay.
it's going to fall on this year.
Anthena's gonna message Leah and she'll just be like, "Do you have somebody that you want to write and honor with the lantern?"
Leah, who also knows message and just has not used it, is not unfamiliar with the sound. So she messages back and she says, "Yes, my father passed away this year, so I'd like to honor him, but I'm not sure what date it's going to be this year. I wasn't paying too much attention to the rest of the scholars. I had a few other things to attend to."
Yes, I'm sure. And then she'll say out loud, "I think we can find time to go to the festival. I think that would be a good activity, you know. And plus, we could talk to people there and maybe get more information as well.
Yeah, and eat food.
And eat food, yeah.
Lots of food, yes.
Lots of food, you say?
Oh no. Yes.
Lots and lots.
But remember, Kgox, you have to use gold. Okay?
I know how these commissions work. And he nods his head.
That's right. Good. The reason
You're commissioning cooks.
that's right. I
I
am
mean,
not
hey,
gonna
that's kind of what it is. He's
True.
not wrong.
right, and I'm not gonna correct him either.
So, as you kind of discuss that and begin to walk towards your next destination, where would you like to go?
I think we want to go down to the little circle down here.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
there's
circle.
two little wooden sea bridges that bridge the gap onto those stilt platforms, so you can make your way there, whichever direction you like.
Yeah, we'll go this way. Guys, are we hopping on one foot on the bridge?
Oh my god.
We
So much
must.
the situation.
We must.
We
We
must.
must. We said we would.
So you make your way down along out past the tide wall and along the wooden bridge, and in the distance on this platform ahead of you, you can see a small little house, quite humble in its sort of original design, but is churning this colorful smoke out of its chimneys, and seems to have these sort of like pipeline mechanisms all fastened into the side of the building that sort of travel on inside the house itself. Leah, as you walk up to the building, on the door is this extremely elaborate magic circle that gives off a soft glow.
Intriguing. May I attempt to ascertain what it is?
Make an Arcana check.
I got a 3, or not a 3, I got an 8. I rolled
you're
a 3.
You're
Not
not
an
quite
8.
sure what this is. It's a little too complicated for you.
Like, ooh, what's that?
Oh, one of us has got to get detect magic, guys.
Magic.
Wait. I have that.
Stares
Hold
at
up.
You
Teresa.
detect magic?
Let me double
I
check
also have
that.
detect magic.
Stares
Why
at
would you
both
cast it?
casters.
I ritual cast it.
Oh, okay. I got it.
If we stand here for 10 minutes, Leah.
Yeah,
detect
yeah,
magic,
I mean, we
Okay,
could.
all right.
Would it also
Leah
pick up
will-
your necklace, I wonder? I'm curious about that, too.
Oh, that's true. That's
Ooh.
true. Oh, Leah! I just realized Leah has identified. She just cast it.
It's like, dang, we don't have any magic detecting spells, and we've got 2.
So, Leah is first going to cast Identify on her necklace because that doesn't
Are
take
you-
10 minutes.
Well, are you gonna ritual cast Identify?
No, I
you can let-
haven't prepped.
Well,
But-
yeah, but you can ritual cast it to not use a spell slot.
True. All right, we're gonna stand here for 20 minutes.
Well, you can do Identify, and Cerisa can do Detect Magic if you want.
Oh, okay.
Then it's
Alright.
just 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Yes, Cerisa, so if you
That
have
way.
detect magic, then...
That way you're not sitting here
Absolutely.
for ages. You're just sitting here for 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. So
As
We
they're
gotta-
doing that, Anthony and Kgox, you guys can decide what you want to do.
I'll probably come
we're-
over and snatch one of these grapes also. Just one.
Oh my
but I
god!
taste
Theft!
it.
just one. It's fine if it's
Just
only
one.
one.
It's like when you're at the grocery store.
As you eat one of them, it actually tastes alcoholic already as you bite into it.
Oh. Interesting. Oh, are they infusing wine into grapes? Something like that.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Call it grind.
Anthena has another one, actually.
You did not
Oh
slap
my
her.
god.
And then he takes a trunk full and jams them into his
Oh
mouth.
god.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Well,
I might be careful with those. These taste like they've got alcohol in them. I wouldn't have too many.
No, I'm too busy. He's your problem right now.
Oh, okay.
He's the
I'll
big
come in-
child. Is that
Anthena will like,
Haycock's babysitting.
yeah, we have to take turns.
Teresa, you can make a Arcana just on top of
Ooh,
doing Detect
okay.
Magic.
Let's go.
Leah.
Never
you-
mind.
2. All right. Leah, you investigate the necklace that you have, yeah?
Yes.
It is a necklace of beast speech.
That's what I thought.
It
I had a
has
theory.
4 charges
All
that
right.
recharge on a long rest, and using a charge can be expended. You can expend 1 charge to cast Speak with Animals.
Oh,
Cool.
that's so lucky.
I had a theory, but I wasn't sure. But that's what I was thinking.
Dude, it went right over my head, bro. Just like this Arcana check.
I have to be smart like some die. It's like a 20% chance. Occasionally the brain cells hit and I'm like, oh, wait a second. Oh.
That's your free pet pal mod from Divinity.
Does this mean I can talk to Kgox now?
Hey. Hey.
So sorry. I had to say it.
That hurts right here, and he pats his heart with his trunk. No.
Oh.
So Sarisa, you're not able to determine like anything beyond what detect magic gives you, but you are able to discern that this arcane circle that's been drawn onto the door, that kind of softly glows with light, seems to be protecting almost the entire building. It is abjuration magic, and so you get the sense, as you're very familiar with, right, Rika? Abjuration magic is used to protect things.
Totally. I'm 100% familiar with that. Absolutely. She's like, it looks like it's protecting the whole building. Shrug. She'll shrug. I'll shrug. But that's all I got. Does the ritual cast use up a spell slot or no?
No, ritual casting doesn't use a spell slot. Like if you just want to do it instantly and not wait 10 minutes in game, then you can use a spell slot to just cast it. But if you ritual cast it, it doesn't use the spell slot.
Huh. Nice.
So there's sort of utility spells for when you're not in a rush and just want to know what something's doing. But if you were in a rush, then that you would have to just use the spell slot.
Cool. Oh, should I also mention to the party that it's what kind of magic was it again, Grant?
Abjuration.
Abjuration.
I'll type it for you. It's abjuration magic.
Yeah, that one.
Leah is attempting to open the door.
Oh.
Is it open?
There's no doorknob.
Oh. Huh. Interesting. So it's just a flat piece of wood with the sigil on it?
Well, as you reach towards the door, not noticing that there's no doorknob, as your hand gets close to the door, your hand actually stops ahead, just slightly ahead, only a few inches ahead of the door, and you just kind of like jam your finger against what appears to be sort of just this completely invisible hard glass layer.
Intriguing. I guess identify on the house.
My God.
I mean, if you want to save for 10 minutes.
No. It's okay. I'm not going to do that. I could, but I'm not going to.
Oh my gosh.
Huh. Well, it would appear that there's no doorknob. Whoops.
Well, I suppose that just means they don't want to be disturbed, whoever it is in there.
I would like to meet them though. These grapes are well, they're
Maybe,
delicious, but you know.
Maybe you should stop.
They are fantastic.
Imbibing in
They're
the grape.
really good,
He's
guys.
shoveling more into his mouth.
Hey, maybe you shouldn't just be eating someone else's grapes.
Yes,
We
that's
were just
fair.
sampling them. We were sampling. You know, there's plenty. Look at all the grapes.
What
I
is
believe you might be a little
sampling?
drunk.
What is sampling?
What you're
I mean, like,
doing right now.
Like trying things, you know. You ever just try like food and you're like, oh, I'm sampling.
Ah, sampling.
Mm-hmm.
He tucks that one away.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
That's a bit rough.
Kagox will remember that.
We gotta stop giving Kgox ideas.
We have to stop giving him words to use.
Oh my god.
He's
This is gonna-
expanding his dictionary. Let this man
In a
learn.
bad way.
And dude, this is gonna come back.
We're gonna show up at the bank and he's gonna be like, I'd like to sample your finest money, please.
And it will work because
It'll
that's
work.
how it works.
Yeah.
No.
Be like, yes, sir. We'll direct you to the finest,
A man of
the
culture.
finest money. Here, would you like to bite it?
Oh my god.
It's a chocolate coin.
Oh,
my-
chocolate coins.
I think that would distract Kgox for like an hour if we just gave him a bag of chocolate coins.
Yeah.
It breaks his entire world.
He would think every coin was real and
Try to
Yeah.
buy stuff with them.
Dude, that messed him up. Poor fella, that would just mess him
his
up.
brain is broke.
So, as you guys realize that whoever owns this house clearly does not want visitors, what do you do next?
We're going to herd these two away so that they stop sampling.
We'll
Grapes.
herd them this way,
You-
Theresa. Perhaps they can be distracted by
Yes, let's go this way.
somebody in the square.
Let's go. You've sampled enough. Come on.
Kgox, I
Right.
saw you put those in your bag. Put them back.
They are samples.
They're samples.
Kgox, they're not free samples.
Anthena ultimately failed at her babysitting. She's just in
God.
the
you guys,
You guys are
you
both-
guys just all kind of simultaneously look down at the little stone tiled planter there in front of you, and there's just a wooden sign that says "Do not touch."
See, you've gone and broken the rules, haven't you? Damn it.
Well, I didn't
That's
see
probably-
that. I didn't see it. It's
See,
why they make it so small?
Kgox has
Why'd
an
they make it
excuse
so
because
small?
he's illiterate. You do not.
Joke's on you, tough guy. I can't read.
This
That's
guy
fine,
can't
Mom.
talk.
Really want people
I
to not
can't
touch
read.
the produce. They would put it in bigger and at eye
It's
level.
right
Like,
there. You look at it.
below. Oh no.
What if the guy that
Alright.
owns it is a dwarf, huh? And
There
he's
aren't
like
very
3
many
feet
left
tall.
to sample anyway, and he just.
Oh my
You've ruined his great hat. Oh god.
let's
No,
just
this
get
house
out of-
becomes the big bad of the season because we destroyed their crop.
Ate their grapes. They're drunk grapes.
Yes, let's just
My ritual cast Unseen Servant to fix it. I don't
Your
have
unseen
unseen.
servant will grow grapes.
I don't think so. I don't think that's in the abilities list.
Oh god.
Shit.
So as you travel across the next bridge and onto the following stone platform, this little settlement here appears to be sort of like a series of little farms. You can see stuff growing under this tall tree here, as well as stuff growing on the far side in similar little kind of stone-built planters filled with soil. There's a little fountain in the middle that is also glowing with that sort of arcane gemstone at its center. But in the square are 2 dragonborn. One blue with these sort of gemstone horns on her forehead and back of her head, and the other a red dragonborn who seems to be fussing over some of the crops in the distance.
What are the crops? Gran, what are the crops?
Well, if you get a little closer, you can see it.
Leah's not going to look at the crowd.
So as you make your way over to the far side of the platform, you can see that the Dragonborn is fussing over a crop yield of peppers.
Yes, we
Peppers.
found them.
And Dana, I believe, and Sarisa, I believe I have found the peppers.
Ooh. Cerise's gonna look at that red dragonborn and like double take for a second. Almost like she recognizes him. Or she thought she did. and she is going to hide behind Anthena.
Oh,
Is everything okay?
She's gonna peek back. It's like, oh, thank Fortuna. I don't think that's him. Phew. Yep, everything's a-okay.
All right. I mean, if we need to stay away from someone, you just let us know. I don't have a problem with that.
Nah, I was just being silly. There's no way. There's no way. So let's just mosey on over here. Boop boop boop.
All right. I love a good mosey.
do you now?
Yep, you know me. I love a good mosey.
Always loving a good mosey.
New Anthena lore.
Northantino lore.
She
Most
loves the
important thing, she
mosey.
just loves a good mosey.
So as you make your way over to the little planter here and to the red dragonborn fussing over it, he kind of looks up from his kind of hunched over position and says, can I help you with something?
It's like, oh, just admiring your produce.
You're a fan of the Domsha pepper, huh?
Yes, I am. Tee.
Well, it's good to have a fellow Domsha pepper appreciator, I suppose. You don't really find many in Marino.
Are they pretty common over in Urhalai?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. She's like, they're very common from where I'm from, actually.
The same is true for me. Whereabouts are you from?
Ooh, I hail from Urhalai. How about you?
Well, just a little town outside of Urhalai, in the Dragonstone.
Really? Hee.
That indeed. Well, I came here to try and, well, get away from the farmstead, stretch your wings and all. And, well, I thought I could corner the market here. And, well, no one else is growing Domsha. So, I suppose I have. But, well, kind of sighs and trails off.
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, don't worry about me. Did you? He kind of looks around to see if see who's listening in.
I'll look uninterested, like not paying attention.
Stares
Yeah,
at
Leah
the
pretends to be
sky.
casual. Yeah, she's like, so Anthena,
Oh right, yeah. So
yeah, this cat is pretty cool.
this cat is amazing.
Very
I'm
beautiful.
very captured by this cat.
I love this cat.
He sits down on the side of the little planter there, on the stone, and sighs and goes, well, to tell you the truth, my heart's just not in it this season.
Oh, really? Why would you? What makes you say that?
Well, the harvest turned out great and all, and well, I've got shipments ready to be sold, but well, you can insight check him.
Let's go. Inside. Come on, let's go for the peppers.
For the peppers.
17, baby.
Yeah, as he kind of trails off, you notice that his eyes dart across the platform past Leah and Anthena and look at the other Dragonborn.
Ooh.
I got
OMG.
competition.
We got
and so
tea.
he trails off for a moment and just says, well, I suppose there's just something else on my mind. Maybe someone.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
Oh.
I'm gonna calm down now. Stu, can I follow his eyes to where he's looking?
Yeah, yeah. With your insight check, you follow his eyes and you know he's for sure looking at her. He doesn't linger too long, and she herself doesn't really feel like she's looking at him. She's kind of gazing down into the fountain, though I suppose now she's probably looking at Kagox, who was standing in the fountain. But when you guys approached,
He's
she
idly
was
splashing in the fountain, ruining this moment. It's
yeah. She when you guys first approached before Kagox got into the fountain, she was just kind of like staring a hole in the water there, not really paying attention to you guys at all. But now that Kagox has just stepped into the fountain, both her and this cat here are staring at Kagox. Just kind of a little bit confused.
Oh, no.
Perfect.
But yeah, so Teresa, you follow his gaze over towards the sapphire dragonborn over there.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna smile knowingly and say, "Well, she looks pretty."
You caught that, huh? You're perceptive.
Hee
He kind of drops his voice to make sure that she doesn't hear him. I've just been, well, pining for her for quite a while now, and it's really quite distracting. I've not actually talked to her all that much. Only a few short conversations. I just find that I can't really find the words.
Do we hear him saying any of this, or has he dropped his voice kind of too low?
He definitely dropped his voice so that she didn't hear, but you guys are a little closer, so you can make a perception check to try to hear.
Okay. Let me see. Come on. Ooh, 22.
Yeah, you overhear it then, Anthony.
Okay. I think Athena will run up to him, and she's like, "Okay, listen, I'm sorry, I was eavesdropping a little bit, but
He looks up at you, and somehow his scales manage to turn even more red.
It's okay. I'm not judging you. I think it's wonderful, and you shouldn't be afraid." And she'll kind of whisper. She's like, "Listen, she's spending time right where you are farming. She's just kind of looking in the water. I mean, what else do you think she's doing? I think she also likes you, and I think you should go talk to her."
Well, she's spending time here because she's tending her own farm.
And your farms just happen to be right across from each other. I mean, well, she's not at a farm. She's at the fountain, which is closer to you. Listen, I think you should just go talk to her. If you both have farms, that's, a bit of a bonding point. You could just ask her how her harvest is going, and, and say, "Well, mine's been going good, but I'm a little distracted. There's someone very beautiful right across from me," and there you go. There, you're in. That's how you do it.
Listen, I have thought about talking to her many, many times, believe me. But he looks at her again, and as you follow his gaze, she sort of stopped paying attention to Kagox after a while, and is now just sort of moved back over to her own farm. She does not appear to be in very good spirits. She just looked like she was in such a dour mood this past few weeks that, I worried she wouldn't be very receptive to my feelings. I don't want to ruin things.
Did you ask her what's going on?
I tried, but mostly just came out as stutters, and then I ran away.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you can't run away. It's a quick way to end a conversation, but it never results in anything.
Yeah, you shouldn't run away.
I didn't mean that in the general sense. I meant more like if you're talking to someone and you just run away, it's like, oh, okay,
But listen, you lot, you're not from around here, and you seem far braver than I. You wouldn't mind just talking to her a little bit, see what's bothering her, and maybe you could put her in better spirits. Maybe then she'd be, more receptive to a chat.
Okay, but you have to make a promise to me. If we go talk to her, then you also have to talk to her.
He looks a little bit timid about that idea, but then you see him kind of like furrow his brow, resolve himself, and go, All right, it's a deal. And if you do that for me, if it all works out, then, well, I don't exactly have much gold or anything to pay you with, but I do have peppers.
Oh, perfect. We were actually just looking for some peppers for Cerisa, so that'll be perfect payment, I think.
Well, I can give you a whole bushel full if you do this for me.
Bushel full, wow. All right, consider it done. And she'll she'll walk over, kind of eyeing, like kind of waiting for Cerisa to join, and waiting for the others to join. Well, unless Kagox is really enjoying his fountain time, then
He is
I don't
really
know.
enjoying his
He's
fountain.
really enjoying.
Are there
Okay.
really fish in the fountain?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna try to get a fish.
Oh god.
Yes! Get it, Kgox!
Roll sleight of hand then.
Ooh,
8.
They slip out of your grasp every time you try. But you
Ugh.
can keep trying. You can roll it again later.
Okay, I'll roll again later. But no, I'm enjoying my fountain time. Are the three of you not hot?
No.
He grunts and then he splashes more water on himself and continues to try to catch fish.
isn't Kagox wearing like furs?
He is furs.
Oh, he's
Well, yeah,
soggy.
that too. Doesn't he have like a pelt or
Ugh.
something?
He does.
Yeah, around his
Worth
waist.
the
Yeah.
smell.
That might be making him warm. Although, yeah, he is fur, so.
Yeah, can he take off the pelts and then Leah can take them so she can look at them? Please.
But the three of you make your way over towards the Dragonborn woman, who's glumly staring at this sort of berry patch that she's got cradled beneath this large tree here.
Can
And you know,
You guys can make
Oh.
nature checks if you want to look at the berries themselves.
ooh, yes.
Okay.
I would like to
I would.
posit that Leah walked over here not because she heard what was going on.
Oh,
but
okay.
because-
Oh my god.
because she was genuinely interested in the plants.
That's a good one, Cerisa. That's
She rolled a
so
21.
A zero.
Alright.
Dude.
Yeah, Cerisa, you're like struggling to figure out what kind of plant it even is. You're not even aware that it is berries.
Bro, I got my own things going on in my head, alright?
He's thinking about those
Berries.
peppers.
Nah, I got some other stuff going on in my head. Don't worry.
But
Right?
Ooh.
yeah, you're maybe a little distracted too. But Leah, these berries, you notice two things about them. Even though you're not like precisely sure what type of berry they are, you've never seen this type of berry before. But you notice two things about them. One, the surface of like the actual berry itself is not a perfectly round shape like you might imagine a berry to be, but instead almost angular and crystalline in form. And
Writing this down.
the second thing you notice is that they look very, very dull and lifeless. Even the leaves are closer to gray than green.
Interesting. What color are they?
The berries themselves,
Yes.
almost completely translucent. They're see-through, but again, that makes them look a little
Yeah.
dull.
Leah is interested in the berries. So again, not having overheard the conversation going on the other side, she just kind of walks up and goes, "Doesn't seem like your berries are doing very good this season."
The woman doesn't look at you. She just sighs and goes, I know.
What kind are they, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, they don't look much like it, but... Well, they're supposed to be crystal berries.
I see. I mean, I can see a little bit of the angular shape there. They look a little translucent. I don't know much about them, but
Yes, if you're not familiar with them, well, just trust me, they're not supposed to look like this.
I have a bit of a peculiar question to ask you.
All right.
Do they do better in heat or in bit of cold climes?
Well, it's actually nothing to do with the weather at all. Though
Oh,
they do tend to grow in warm areas, but the temperature here should be fine. It's comparable to the coastlines of my homeland, but again, it's not the climate. You see, these berries are native to Castorenia. Are you familiar?
question. Would Leah be familiar with Castorania?
Um, Probably just from the fact that you're a wizard, you would have
Yeah.
heard of it in passing.
Okay.
And plus you're from here, so you're kind of word travels a little bit
Uh,
more in a port city. Um, and it's not that far off from here. If you're from the other continent, it might be a little more out there, but
yeah.
Castorenia is sort of an island, quote unquote kingdom, though it's not really treated as such. It doesn't have a king. But it's an island state that is occupied almost exclusively just by scholars and the merchants and various occupations that would cater to them.
I see.
The island of Castorenia itself is a bit of an oddity, and that's why it's such a fascination for anyone who studies the arcane. As just natural crystal formations grow from the ground there, like mountains would anywhere else.
Oh, all right. Well, then in that case, I can assume that Leah would be interested.
Even the desert there is more like kind of fine crystalline grains
Neat.
than your typical sand might be.
That's cool. Yeah, okay. Well, then I will assume that Leah has heard of it, considering she's interested in many things. So she'll look at the Dragonwood lady and say, "Oh yes, I have heard of it. I'm a bit interested in it, although I haven't done too much research. But perhaps it could be something with the lack of crystals, possibly."
Well, it's not exactly that. I have done my testing. You see, when I first came here, when I caught a boat from Castorenia, I wanted to try to, well, corner the market somewhere else. And you see, crystal berries really don't grow anywhere but Castorenia. And, well, they don't exactly have a very long shelf life. And so I thought growing them elsewhere, they'd become a hit, right?
Of course, of course. Any sort of scholar would be very interested in learning about these.
But you see, this is my first harvest of them, and, well, they're not growing properly. I tried different things in different batches, and nothing. I think that the latent arcane energy present on Castorenia might have more of a factor on their growth than I originally believed.
Well, perhaps a bit of arcane energy would help make them grow.
Yes, but, well, therein lies the problem. How am I supposed to get that sort of arcane energy?
Do you not have any sort of latent magic yourself?
Not particularly, and certainly not consistent and present long enough to facilitate the growth of several months growing during a season. I can't stand here all day and channel magic into the ground. I would need to plant something into the soil. Or infuse the soil with something. But, well, I wouldn't know where to start.
Leah is writing things in a, in a notebook that she pulled out of somewhere. She's kind of she hums and she's like, well, perhaps you could find some kind of arcane focus and bury it into the soil, or there's an interesting person who lives down the road who has imbued their house with magical energy, so perhaps if they have the energy to keep up that kind of thing, then they could have the energy to keep up your soil. But
You mean that house just down the road?
yes, the one with no doorknob.
Yes, I've seen the glowing lock on the door, and I've seen the fog that churns up from its chimneys, but I've never seen anyone come or go. I've knocked on the barrier several times. No response. Frankly, I'm not convinced anyone lives there at all, if not for the constant churn of smoke from its chimneys.
Intriguing. If somebody lived there, or if they didn't, there would have to be something there to keep up the energy. Anyways, I would suggest finding some sort of magical. It's like the windmills, for example. Something along those lines, something that can store any kind of arcane energy, and then you just bury it in the soil and then hope for the best. I'm sorry, I specialize in dead things, not living ones, so this is not my forte.
Well, there are arcane crystals all throughout Marinhole, but well, they're a little more specialized, and not exactly what I'm looking for. There's one right there. She points at the fountain, but really all that does is power the fountain. It's not exactly going to help my soil.
Right. Well, it seems you're in quite a predicament, but maybe I can keep an eye out for some sort of arcane focus while me and my friends are traveling through Marinhole, and maybe your next season will be better.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, I know that there are, a few magic shops in town, and well, I tried to look at one, and well, it was closed, and then the other one, well, he just started rattling off a bunch of things that I didn't understand. It's all a little bit over my head. But if you could ask around and let me know what you find out, I'd be really grateful. It's just, well, really thought I had something here, and well, seeing. She looks over towards the other dragonborn. Seeing Roja's beautiful Domsha harvest, it just breaks my heart that I can't have the same.
Not your fault, really. I mean, Marinhole is a place where a lot of people come and go, and a lot of things come and go. And I think that your crystal berries are going to be a big seller. You just have to figure out what works. It's like research in a way. You've got a hypothesis, but you've got to test it to make sure it works. And in this case, you've learned that you need a little something to make the berries grow, like a little bit of juice. So while he might be doing great with his peppers, that might just be because, he has the right soil. Oh, yay, he figured it out. But once you've figured it out, I'm sure that you will have quite a bountiful harvest.
Please don't break the fountain, she says, turning around to see Kagos reaching for the crystal. We use that water. Please don't break the fountain.
Kagos, they've got to water the plants, please. That's not a you crystal. That's a they crystal.
We'll get you a crystal. I promise. We'll get you a crystal, but not one that people are using for their water and their livelihood.
He looks at the crystal with his trunk wrapped around it, and he slowly lets go of it and just nods.
Okay. And Anthena's gonna kind of like lean in like a little bit to the woman and be like, I'm sorry, I was just overhearing a bit of your conversation, and if you're really admiring that gentleman's harvest, maybe you could go talk to him about gardening tricks or just anything, really. He seems very friendly. I'm sure he'd love to share some tricks of the trade. I'm not sure it would quite help the magical element of your berries, but, maybe you guys could learn something from one another. I don't know, maybe.
I would, believe me, and I usually love to talk about gardening, but, well, it's just that seeing that beautiful harvest, it just ruins my whole day to think of my own. I suppose you could call it jealousy, but, well, I'm just not in the mood for really anything these days. If I don't figure out a way to get this harvest going, then I'm probably going to have to leave Marinhall and head back home. There's a
No,
lot
we're
riding
gonna
on
help
this,
you.
see. So
Cereza
my
just
heart's
butts
really
in.
not in anything else.
No, you can't leave.
Well, I'd like to stay, but if I can't get this figured out, then
No. We'll help, right, guys? We'll
Yeah.
help.
Of
We'll
course.
go look for something for you, and I'm sure we'll figure it out.
well, I'd be grateful for any help you can offer.
If I was a different kind of spellcaster, I would put my focus in the soil. However, it's just a book, so I don't really think I want to be putting my book in the dirt. But
Hmm.
we will
As I said,
find something.
I don't imagine that would do the trick.
No, I don't think so. But we will find something. And I will say this: if we manage to find something, would I be permitted to have just a few of your berries as a bit of a trade for research purposes?
Of course, if you can revitalize the soil and have this harvest saved, then you could have as many as you like.
Great. All right, guys. We're gonna save the harvest.
well, not all of them. I shouldn't promise all of them. I do need to sell some so that I can have enough money to stay here. So not all of them, but I will give you a bushelful if that's what you want.
Oh, that might be even more than I can study, but probably just a couple handfuls would do just fine. But we'll figure something out to help you. Don't worry.
Well, please, if you learn anything, do come back and let me know. I'm Saphira, by the way.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Leah. And then she points at Anthea and Sarisa and goes, "You guys,
Yeah.
You guys.
you guys."
I'm Anthena. It's very nice to meet you.
I'm Sarisa.
And the big guy over there is Kagox. Sorry he almost destroyed your fountain, but he doesn't mean any
he
harm
sprays
by it.
water into the air with his trunk again.
Yeah,
When
he
they mention him.
he's having fun.
Well, I'm glad he's having fun. Just as long as he doesn't damage our fountain, we would have to contact the Alchemisium and get them to fix it. And well, that can take a little while, and it would probably cost a bit of coin as well.
Oh, we can't have that. No, he won't break it. Don't worry.
But anyways, I won't keep you any longer with my business. But if you do hear something, please do come back and visit.
Mm-hmm.
One more thing. This is completely unrelated to everything, and I don't know. You might not know, but since you reside here in the Wash, do you happen to know when the Sea Lantern Festival will be this year?
Oh, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. I've been so caught up in my harvest that I've not really paid much attention to anything else. But you could ask the lighthouse keeper at Fer de Lavenois. I'm sure he would know.
Okay, thank you very much. And we'll definitely go and try and find something to help with your berries.
Yes, if you do, please come back and visit. I'll be here.
And she'll give her a little wave and a kind of a, head bow. And then I'm gonna or actually, is Teresa gonna talk to him?
Dude, I booked it over there.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna message him, but I'll also come over then.
Yeah, you make your way back over to the Red Dragonborn, who, from Saphira, you now know is named Rojas, since you guys very rudely didn't ask his name.
We would have gotten there.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, you make your way over to Roja, and what do you say, Sarisa?
Yeah, I totally remember his name in passing, right? She'd be like, Roha, this is big. This is big.
What's happening?
Look, if your lady's berries don't go well, don't grow good, she's gonna leave.
She's going to leave? Well, I don't want that.
And yeah, no, you don't. So, um, she was kind of distracted when they were talking about the arcane like wumbo jumbo, right? So she's like trying to think about it. She's like, there's something wrong with her berries, but we said that we're gonna help.
Her harvest isn't going well. That's why she's been. That makes sense.
And she said that looking at your harvest, which is doing so well, kind of makes her know that realize that her harvest isn't going well, and that's what's really making her sad. But don't worry, we're gonna find a way to make her harvest good, so then she won't be sad anymore, and then you can talk to her, and everything will be fine.
All right, I understand. Well, if you do manage to solve that problem, then please let me know.
You wouldn't happen to know how to grow these magical arcane crystal berries, right?
Well, they're not native to Halasatra, I can tell you that. Well, I do know that she's from Castorenia, and I'm not familiar with how they grow stuff there, though I have heard it's a little different due to the very arcane nature of the ground itself there. And so it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse.
You wouldn't happen to know anybody who might know something?
Well, there are a few magicians in town that might know something. There is Rembrandt in the Merchant's Round, who runs Rembrandt's Rarities, the magic shop there. He might know something. I know that he's quite an experienced wizard himself. And, oh, well, no. That other shop's closed. But there is... well, I suppose an audience with her might be difficult, but there is the court magician of the Marissois family. But, well, I've never even met her before. I'm not sure how you'd get in to talk with her.
If we wanted to try and get an audience with her, where would we go?
Well, I suppose to Marissois Manor, but I don't imagine they're just going to let you in off the street. But there is the candle tree. There is the candle tree archives as well. That old Avogadro candle tree does tend to collect knowledge, so I suppose he might have information in his library somewhere.
Right. We'll check it out, and we'll definitely come back once we have a solution for her berries, and yeah, that's all that needs to be fixed. And then then you can talk to her, and you guys can get to know each other. And it honestly, it sounds like you guys are very similar, because she also came here to corner the market on those berries, just like you did with your peppers. And so I think you could really, you have a lot to talk about, I think.
Really? Well, that's good news.
Yes. So we will go find the solution, and we'll be back.
Yes, of course. Let me know.
We got another side quest, boys.
Let's go, guys. Well, we found the peppers. But the peppers are intertwined with another side quest.
Let's go.
It's all connected.
So as you say goodbye to Roha, promising to return, where would you guys like to head? All right, you can unfurl your map if you want.
Ooh. Yeah.
Map time.
Map time.
Map time.
So currently you guys are just kind of in the middle of the stilts. I know you said the wash, but this is not the wash.
Oh,
the wash
we're now on the stilts.
The wash
Okay.
is just that little... Yeah, the stilts is the whole district. The wash is that little part of it that's pretty seedy.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Like basically this entire area right here is the stilts.
Okay, all right, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, cool. Do we want to head over to the Artisan District, or what's everybody thinking?
That's tough. We got
I
a lot
know.
of stuff.
I got
Man.
stuff to do. We got the actual quest, and then we have
There's
matchmaking
side
side quest. Much
Yeah.
more
Dude.
important, I believe.
We go to
I'll-
the Candle Tree Archives, we can get some fun cameo.
I will
Ooh,
add
true.
like after each session, if you guys are collecting side quests, I'll add like little quests in there into your notes so that you can
Nice.
remember what you have.
Yes,
Cool.
please.
Thanks.
Because I did put side quests in.
Yes, side quest,
Nice.
baby.
Side quest, side quest.
Well, we got a couple of options, cause oh my god, what was her name? Blue Dragonborn lady said
Saphira.
Thank you. Say it. Can you say it again?
Saphira.
Saphira. There we go. Saphira said that we could head over to the lighthouse doohickey and ask about the jellyfish.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, we could swing by there, perhaps. Because I would like to know when that is, so we can go see it. I think
We
it'd be
gotta-
fun.
Yeah, we got another side quest.
Another
with-
side quest with the jellyfish. Okay.
With the jellyfish. Participate in the Sea Lantern Festival. It's another
Yeah.
side quest. Hee hee.
And that's at the beach, so we have our beach episode.
Oh my god. The beach episode. Let's go.
What, you didn't think I wouldn't put one in, right?
Dude. Let's go.
Let's go.
But yeah, so we could maybe make a detour towards the lighthouse, and
Yeah, you
then
could-
after,
Could
Oh,
hook
we-
down.
yeah,
I wonder if
back
we
up.
could snoop around the shipping and handling, because I don't think we can really get in there, but someone
walk
said that
by.
her like little henchmen's hang out around there.
Henchmen's.
right?
I don't
Like,
know, her assistants.
You
We
could walk
could
past
take
it. It's just a road.
Yeah,
yeah, just walk past it
let's
casually.
just do a little walk past.
Yeah, nothing
To the beach.
sus or
Nothing
nothing.
suspicious.
Go down here and then walk past it and then go up to Artisan Square.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Look at that, guys. We've got great path planning.
Big path. We have some
We're big
plan.
path people, yeah.
Yeah, we're really into paths, guys.
Alright. Yeah, so you guys make your way back up along those little wooden bridges and weave your way in between a few smaller roads. And then
And we hop on one leg on them, obviously.
and then
Yeah.
you make your way across a bridge that leads to the sort of city proper, and across another little half dam, half bridge that streams water out through it across the river that sort of cuts Marinhall in half. And as you reach the other side of that bridge, you can see this sort of massive like point that is sort of uphill from where you're currently standing right at this intersection here. And so all the way down towards the lighthouse, there's this big, like kind of spire that rises up out of the ground, and you will have to walk quite far uphill just to reach the lighthouse. And the lighthouse itself stretches high up into the sky. It's the tallest thing in the city itself. And you can see it just kind of every once in a while just gently pulse with this warm orange light. And so you guys hook down south and make the hike up the hill along a little quaint dirt road towards the lighthouse. And so, as you guys arrive, there we are. So as you guys reach the top of the hill, that's not you guys. That's a seagull.
We are seagulls now.
We're seagulls. We're
Bird.
sky rats. We're late. Quit Monday. We're sea rats, or no, sky rats.
So, as you guys make your way towards the top of the hill and arrive at the lighthouse itself, you notice that there's sort of a building attached to the lighthouse out in front of it. And the building itself, as you look towards the top of the lighthouse, you can see this massive glowing gem that is the source of that pulsing lighthouse glow that goes off about once a minute. But the building itself that's built in front of it is this quaint little building that has these lazy curls of smoke out of its chimney. And there is a rather nicely engraved plaque above the door that reads Fer de Lavenois Lighthouse. And then there's a smaller little wooden sign hung beneath it that's nicely painted, but clearly added after, that says, "and bakery."
Oh,
Ooh,
Bakery.
bakery.
that
Bakery.
sounds lovely.
And indeed, as you read that sign, you sniff the sea air, and in addition to the salt water that hangs in the air at all times in Marenhall, you smell freshly baked bread.
Bread.
Well, I
So-
mean, we could go check out a bakery. That sounds awesome.
Would you like to make your way inside?
Yeah. Is it like just it's like the door's unlocked? We can just open it.
Yeah, it looks like a little shop.
Ooh,
Leah
yeah.
is bakerying.
I'm bakery. Let's go.
Bakery. Hi.
I definitely copied you guys. Chat, you saw me copy, right? I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's
Uh-huh.
another seagull.
Oh, we became seagulls again.
Dude,
I
let's
see.
go.
I see. I thought this
We're all
necklace
just
was
seagulls in a trench coat.
speak with animals, not become animals.
Become animals.
Bro, let's go. Seagulls.
We are
Kegok just
seagulls.
becomes a very big seagull.
Guys, we can recreate the hit movie from
No,
2019, The Lighthouse.
I knew you were gonna mention it, and I withheld from
what?
saying this is just like the lighthouse because I was like, if I
This
get
is gonna
Olivia
be my
started,
Ephraim Winslow.
no.
All right. So as you guys make your way up to the front of the building itself, you actually notice a tiny little face in the window wave at you guys just before you open the door to head in and make your way into the bakery.
A child.
A child.
No.
A child.
And as you make your way inside, you see that there's quite an assortment of bread on display. On the far side of the room, there is a roaring hearth that you can see several different kind of pans all nestled within. And on the other side of the shop is a counter where a halfling sits, just kind of flipping through a ledger, but he looks up to see you guys as you enter.
Kegox
And,
holds his hand up to his companions as if he's got this,
Oh,
and he makes his way over to the halfling behind the counter. He seems a little less imposing, and he says in his most even tone, "My companions and I would like to trade gold for goods." And I look back at everybody with a thumbs up.
Athena like applauds you and gives you a thumbs
Yeah.
up.
yeah, Leah gives a thumbs up as well.
Oh,
um,
thank God.
the halfling man is seated on a stool, but he still has to look up quite a bit to look at you. And he says, "Well, you are in the right place for that, I assure you. Was there any bread in particular that caught your attention?"
Kegox just kind of looks to everyone and shrugs. Now he's at an impasse.
I think we'll need just a moment to look around at all the different kinds. But we'll let you know.
The small child. So scared,
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
Yeah,
The,
been
the little
recorded.
the little halfling girl is just following you around there.
Oh no. I will turn to look at this child.
The halfling man behind the counter goes, "Don't go bothering any of our customers, Sprout." And she she has to get on her tiptoes to look over the counter at her dad. And she says, "I'm not Dad, I promise."
My heart.
Dying. Leah's gonna look at the small child, and she says, "Your name is Sprout, then, yes?"
She nods and smiles proudly.
And
That's
how
me.
old are you, Sprout?
She counts on her fingers.
Oh my god.
How
Oh my
many?
7.
7. Wow, that's quite a big age. I'm sure you're more than happy to be helping your father around the shop, yeah?
She nods again. Mm-hmm. Dad says I'm a big help.
I'm sure you are.
Over at the counter, the dad just nods along with that without saying anything.
I have a question for you. Would you mind pointing me in the direction of the sourdough?
She just runs around the counter. And then you see her head poke up as you're beginning to follow. You see her head poke up on the counter as she's like, "Hurry up, then."
Sorry.
Excuse me. Sorry.
She points to some of the bread and goes, "I think you should get that one."
All right. I'll take your recommendation.
I mean, she seems like the expert. I think we have to listen to her.
I was going to say, I think she knows more about this bread than her father herself.
The dad leans an elbow against the counter and goes, "Oh, she's getting there."
I'm obsessed with this family. I love them.
What kind of bread has Sprout brought Leah over to? What kind of bread is this?
She brought you the sourdough.
Oh my god, she knows the sourdough.
Aww.
Okay. So I'll look at her dad across the counter and say, how much for this loaf, sir? This
A loaf like that, that'd be just a silver.
Oh boy. I've only got gold. So how much bread can I buy for one of those?
Well, not to worry. I can break down a gold into a couple of silver. Not to worry.
Well, I would hate to. If anyone wants bread, and she's saying this to the party, it's on me. So get whatever you like.
I'll take some bread. And Athena will lean down to Sprout and she'll be like, what's your favorite type of bread?
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're talking to Sprout?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure. I really like the rye.
Oh, okay. Where's that one?
She sprints.
Athena is trying to keep up. I we'll see. I don't know if I'm as fast as her.
She just points.
Alright. Wonderful. Well, I will have some of that one then. And yeah, do we just pick it up from the table or do we have to order it?
No, you just pick it up from where it is and you bring it to the counter to pay.
Okay. All right. She'll take the one that she's pointing at and bring it up to the counter. Thank you very much, Sprout.
Does anyone have any idea what our fellows back at the tavern might want? I was thinking about perhaps bringing our friends a few loaves of bread.
Oh, I mean, that's very kind. I'm not sure. I imagine that they like most bread. It's hard not to like most bread, in my opinion.
This is true. I have no issues with most bread. Perhaps something simple then.
Well, I can make a recommendation if you want me to.
Oh, yes, please.
I've just freshly baked some fruit tarts. If you'd like those.
Oh, that would
But
be lovely.
if you are looking specifically for bread, we've got almond sweet rolls, we've got honey bread, cheese tarts as well. We've got the rye loaf, but I see you've already picked one of those out.
What?
We've got
So many.
glazed seed cakes as well, and chocolate cornets just freshly made. And don't forget the apple cider donuts. Those are my favorite.
Ooh, that is.
Oh, he's got good taste.
Leah kind of sighs and she goes, I think I might have had one of those donuts here before. I can't remember. It might have been when I was very young. But I suppose let's do a dozen of the any kind of tart. So you choose, dealer's choice, and we'll do the rye loaf and the sourdough. Kegox, what? Do you want some bread? Where is he?
Kegox is like on the other end, and like he's pacing like between shelves. Like he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't have bread where he's from.
Oh, I want to
Bread?
see this interaction
bread?
so bad.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
He looks to Sprout, and he kneels down, and he says, "What would you recommend?"
Well, what sort of food do you like?
Fish, elk,
Mm,
whale.
well, we don't have any fish bread, and we don't have any elk bread, and we don't have any whale bread either.
Mm.
But, well, I like the almond sweet rolls.
I will have one of these sweet rolls.
I think you'll like them.
Mm.
And she races across the room
No.
and
She's so speedy.
opens
What's her
she's
movement
fast.
speed?
some of the
Yeah.
the glass cases that are beneath these tables here that display some of the pastries. And then,
Kegox didn't know there were glass cases. Now he's like crawling on all fours, like peeking in the cases.
yeah, they've got sort of desserts and pastries in the cases beneath the bread displays.
This is the best establishment ever, I think.
I know.
This is all you could ever
Spend all my
want.
money.
Yes. It's making me hungry.
It literally, when he was listing out all those things, I was like, oh my god, that sounds good.
He doesn't reach down with his trunk to take the sweet roll. He reaches out with his hand, and he gives Sprout a little rub on her head, like thank you.
Yeah, she's handed you like sort of a little parchment paper with 2 almond sweet rolls on it, and she says, "Here, you should get 2 in case you want to share with anybody."
And he looks at it, and then he sees the 2, and he hands one to Sprout.
Her eyes just go wide.
You can share one with me.
She's already started eating. Thank you, mister.
And he just tucks it into his mouth.
She goes and sits next to the warm fire to eat. Now then, will that be all for today?
I would like maybe a couple more of those almond, whatever it is that Kegox is eating. I have a feeling he might want more.
The almond sweet roll, you mean?
Yeah, maybe just 4 of them, I think.
Very well. He's just jotting down your order in his little ledger.
Yeah.
Will that be all then?
Sarisa, you haven't said a word. Would you like something?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. You wouldn't happen to have any, Grant, I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Is it Kazakh bread?
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll say, you wouldn't happen to have any, Kazakh bread, would you?
No, we don't happen to have any. I have heard of it before, though. Halasatran in origin, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't say we've got any, and well, I've never made any, but if you share the recipe, I could make up a batch for tomorrow.
Really?
Well, sure.
Does Sarisa know the recipe, Gran?
It's a fairly commonly consumed thing. So just growing up within Halasacha, surely somebody has cooked it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. So I will share the recipe with him.
As you do, he kind of flips to a new book. He's got kind of tucked under the table there, and just pays sort of rapt attention, dutifully jotting down every little detail that you give him. And when you finish, he closes the notebook and tucks it away and goes, "All right, well, I'll include that in tomorrow morning's batch. So if you stop by again tomorrow, I'll have a freshly baked batch of Kazakh, is it, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Very well."
And she'll look over at Liam and Dina with pleading eyes, like, "We'll come back tomorrow, right?"
Of course
Hey.
we will.
Kegox taps Leah on the shoulder with his trunk.
Yes.
Could you get another almond sweet roll for my son? Sprout.
Oh my god!
Oh.
No! Right.
No.
Gosh, I've already ordered 4 more, but I would be more than happy to add a 5th and a 6th so you and Sprout can have another set together.
Please.
2 more then, sir.
And he walks back over.
The baker, the owner, jots down the extra order into your into his ledger, but says all right, she can have another, but maybe not too many today.
Of course, we wouldn't want her to get too hooked up on sugar.
Exactly my thoughts. But is that all then?
For today, I think so, good sir.
Very well then. He kind of tallies it out. You see him jot down a few numbers, and goes, "All right. Well, the whole order then will just be about 2 gold."
I will hand him the 2 gold.
What a steal, man.
Thank you
know,
kindly. Is that all I
So-
can do for you today?
Actually, if you wouldn't mind me asking, would you happen to know when, the festival, the Sea Lantern Festival is going to be?
Well, of course, I am the lighthouse keeper. Well, today would be the, kind of thinks for a sec, 15th of Marthas. And so that would put it, what did they say again? Well, the signals went out about 2 days ago, down the coastline. A couple other fishermen who laid sconces when the jellyfish are passing by. And so if you watch carefully enough with a spyglass at the top of the lighthouse, you can sort of keep an eye on it. So it should be, well, in just 2 days now.
That's soon. Alright. Well, we'll be sure to, partake in the frivolities then.
You're sure to not want to miss it. Quite a little festival.
I'm rather excited for it this year. I'll be celebrating it with more people than the usual.
I know Sprout is excited for it as well. We always kind of pause at the moment. No, we always light a lantern for her mother.
I'll be lighting a lantern for my father here as well, so I understand.
Well, please, don't let me keep you any longer. Do collect your bread.
Leah takes the giant bag of bread. Giant
We have to
like
go
a-
other places after
Oh
A
my
this.
Santa
God,
sack
no.
full of bread.
giant fucking sack.
But do come on back tomorrow. You can get your Kazakh and, well, anything else you want. The bread will be freshly baked if you come in the morning.
Sounds good, sir. And your name is, by the way?
Will I be Rufus?
Rufus.
It's nice to meet you, Rufus.
Nice
I'm
to meet you
Leah.
lot as well.
And then she points at anything and she goes, your turn.
I'm Anthena. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
And the big guy in the back is Kagox.
Well, it's nice to meet the four of you. You're welcome here
probably be
anytime, so do come on back if you want to support the bakery again.
Was going to say, we're definitely going to be back.
It's been a while since we've had an order that big, so... well, you've made quite a good first impression, I suppose I'll say. It seems like
Yes,
Sprout
well-
likes you, so that means you're good in my book.
I can tell that she's a very good judge of character.
She certainly is.
Leah is now attempting to haul the giant bag.
Anthena will help you in whatever way. She's like already
Bag of
nibbling on
things.
her rye loaf. So
Hold the roll! Hold the roll!
I'm trying to make it lighter. If I eat it, it'll make it lighter.
Alright, of course, of course. You
Ceresa
might
would
get
like to
heavier,
help.
but the bag will get light.
That's right. Ceresa would like to help by eating one of those almond thingies.
Okay. Okay, Gox. We're gonna take our leave now.
We'll be so.
Yeah, we'll come back tomorrow.
Oh, very well. And he stands up and he walks by Sprout and ruffles her hair one more time and says, "Walk carefully." And he meets up with everybody. He takes the bag from Leah and the others and slings it over his shoulder so that way they don't have to carry it.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
I'm too
Thanks, big
emotional.
Oh.
So yeah, the four of you with your carbs acquired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Make
gotta
your,
carb load before a fight.
make your way back out of the bakery and to the top of the hill where Third 11 will rest. And as you guys walk kind of back down the hill, you turn back to the bakery and see Sprout waving at you through the window.
I wave back.
yeah, I went back too.
I wave back.
And you head back on down the hill with your carbs in tow. Ceresa, you're eating one of the almond sweet rolls. So they're like a frosted little almost cinnamon roll, but topped with like thinly sliced almond.
Oh, that's
Dude,
delicious.
cinnamon roll now, Gran. What?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Gran.
Yeah, that's why Sprout likes them.
Dude.
So yeah, you guys walk your way back down the hill, and you can turn left if you want to avoid Gaunt shipping, or you can turn right if you want to walk by it on your way to the artisan district.
Yeah.
What do you decide?
I think we should walk by to see it, but we can't go there too much because we don't
Yeah.
want them to know us. But I think it's harmless to walk. We're going to the artisan district, so like, I don't think it's suspicious to just walk by.
Yeah, as long as we don't be suspicious, we're good.
Yeah, we'll just take a normal little walk.
I think now would also be a good time to have Leah use and get her little disguise on.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like fitting you with like makeup, like doing your makeup and like, I don't know. Do you? I guess. I know I've got like prosthetics and makeup and stuff and hair dye, but I don't know if you want to dye your hair.
We can dye Leah's hair. It's okay.
OMG.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I'm like,
It just
I'm
means
like,
I'll have to update her token, but like Jay's fine with that, right? Like
it
it's
could
fine.
be temp dye.
Like, you
It
can
could be
do it.
temp dye. I'm sure it's temporary.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
temporary dye if you want it.
Yeah.
Temporary
Okay.
dye,
So I'm
temporary.
like, I don't know. In canon, what it takes. I imagine it's not like how you dye your hair IRL. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of like putting it in your hair a little bit. What color? What color does she want? You wanna go brunette or
She wants a beautiful new blue passport.
Ooh.
blue?
Blue.
Blue. All right. Leah has blue hair now.
Hmm.
And small props. So I give you. Well, I give you the glasses with the fake mustache, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Obviously.
So she's got glasses and a fake mustache and blue hair.
Yep.
Okay.
This will work. This is great.
This will work. This will work. You're right.
You still have that hat?
Oh yes, yeah.
Just like tuck your
She
ears
puts on
under
the hat.
there. And
Yeah.
then it's fine.
Yeah, she's like just a normal human now, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys take the road to the right with the intent to walk on past Gaunt Shipping and Handling. And as you walk down the road, you eventually see sort of a harbor that's surrounded by these tall stone walls, clearly kind of locked down and secure. But you can kind of see the stone piers jutting out off to your right as you walk along the coastline. As you guys walk down the road, you can see that there's a little gate at the front of the compound in that tall stone wall. And as you guys walk down the road and begin your approach, you can see two heavily armored guards kind of like shoving back a man. And they sort of like push him out through the gate, and he tumbles down onto the ground and begins to stand up and brush the dust off of him. So, what do you guys do?
Uh-oh.
What's up with this guy?
Yeah, I'll like get close enough, and then I'll message him, and be like, excuse me, sir. What's happening? Why are those guards messing with you?
Yeah, as you walk a little closer, he's not really making any attempt to be quiet. So you overhear what he's saying as he's standing up and brushing the dust off. You can change what you say if you want after this, but as he stands up and brushes the dust off of his tunic and coat, he's kind of turning back towards the guards and saying, fellows, there's really no need to be quite so rough, is there? And then if you want to say the same thing.
Or I'll just message him like, what's happening? Do you need help?
You see him like look towards you for a moment, kind of looking down the road at you guys.
I give a little like wave and like a smile.
No, man.
And as you wave and smile at him, you see just sort of this devilish grin spread across his face, and then he looks back towards the guards and goes, good. My friends are here. I told you I mistook the premises for my friend's house. Here are my friends. So I'll just be going now. Not a problem. And the guards you see them look at each other and kind of grumble something. And as they're grumbling, he's just taking a couple steps back.
Yeah, I'll kind of like try and like, kind of close the distance, like, and get closer to the guards and be like, yeah, it's an easy mistake to make. Everybody makes it. I'm sorry if he caused you any trouble, boys, but it's all right.
Wait, what?
It's been so long since I've seen you all. You remember me, your old friend Valerio?
Yes, of course, Valerio. I can't believe you figured that we were in a different district than where my house is. It's quite all right.
You know me, always bad with directions.
It happens to the best of us.
He's terrible with
quite vague.
directions.
But we're late for that party, yes? So we really should be going. Hmm?
Quite right you are.
Yeah, we really got to be on the way, and she's still like addressing the guards, like, yeah, it's this big thing. We gotta get going.
Just picked up the favors for the party.
Yeah,
a
that's
big
what's in
friend
the
there
big
is carrying
bag.
them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Valerio, if you would be so kind as to help him carry that bag, that would be wonderful.
Of course. He kind of rushes off to go, and he's just shouting back at the guards, just, no harm done, friends. Just a simple mistake. As he runs off, and the guards kind of grumble and just go, All right, get out of here. We don't want to deal with you anyway.
And Thena will smile and wave at them and be like, "Have a wonderful day."
I don't think you really meant that, Anthena.
What?
You can't
Mean?
tell people to have a good day when you don't mean it.
I mean, they don't know what I mean or don't mean. It's just it's manners.
I see.
Huh?
We really want to wish them a good day.
Who is this?
This is our old
This is our
friend, and she says it really loudly.
Yes. This is our old friend Valerio, you see. He just got a little lost on his way to our home.
I do not remember Valerio. Was he
We
with the
are-
prison camp?
Leo
Nah.
Here goes. You must. You know
Then
this
when
man.
you were-
You must
when you
know
were-
him. He was in prison for a little bit. Yes.
He does not look familiar. And Kagox like gets like right in his face, like kind of like almost forehead to forehead to kind of like eye him up.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
he's gone through a bit of a transformation. He got a new haircut. That's it. And
Yes, he
looks
did. He did
completely
what I
different.
did. He did what I did and got a new haircut.
But you guys walk with Valerio long enough down the street that you turn a corner and they can't see you anymore. I don't have a
Okay.
separate map for turn the corner, but so once you're out of sort of earshot and the eye line of the guards, Valerio just kind of laughs to himself and goes, "Many thanks for playing along."
Are you going to tell us what that was about?
Haven't decided yet.
Hmm.
You look Valerio up and down, and from his garb, he doesn't seem like he's from here. Sarisa, what he's wearing is pretty common clothing for a desert.
Ooh.
And Thena, you notice that he has a lute strapped to his back.
Ooh, awesome. And she's gonna kind of like, after looking him up and down, she's like, "Oh, if you're not gonna tell us, I mean, I could just go back and tell those guards that we actually don't know you, and you know."
All right. Let's not be hasty. We're
She
friends,
laughed.
right?
Of course, old friends.
Listen, it's really not your business, though I am appreciative of what you've done for me. It's not your business, and you probably would be wiser to not get involved with it in the future. But if you really want to know, I suppose we could exchange secrets.
I hand him bread in exchange for a secret.
Kagox,
I mean, that's
This
a
is
pretty
how
good
it-
exchange in my book.
I believe
It's
what
good
he
bread.
meant was you show me mine and I'll show you yours sort of exchange.
Just something to guarantee that neither of us talk, yes?
We are talking now. I'm confused, and he's just gonna stand there with the bag of bread. He's just confused.
It's okay, Cox. We'll explain it later. He just means he needs something to ensure that we won't tell on him to the authorities, and then he'll have something on us, so that he doesn't tell on us. Yeah, Well, this does make an interesting standoff about who's going to go first,
Well, flip a coin for it. He smiles.
All right. Anybody got a coin?
Leah pulls out a coin. Miss Moneybags pulls out a
All
coin.
right, so just pick one or two and then roll 1d2.
I'm gonna mage hand it so it goes the way we want it.
And then, okay, yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
How do I roll
Well, to be fair, Mage Hand will be visible, so. You can,
How do I
you can
roll
do that if you
a
want,
that?
but he will see it.
Here, we'll see it. Okay, I won't do that.
Slash R or slash roll in roll 20, and then space and then 1d2. So just call it before you roll it,
Okay.
and then
I'll-
if you get it right, like if it's what you said, then you can decide if you want to go first or second.
I vote a 2. Is that good with everybody?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Even
2?
number.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Right, so you can decide if you want to go first or second. Then.
Second.
Yeah,
Yeah?
second.
Yeah.
Leah's gonna look at Valeria and go, I think you should make us privy to your secrets first.
Well, that is fair. Listen. I did not mistake the location, though I imagine you probably surmised that already. I am in the employ. Well, I suppose that's not the right word. I work for the Merchant Prince. You've heard of him?
Have we heard of him? I don't
This
think we've
fucking
heard of
guy. Oh my god.
Anthena, absolutely.
Me? Oh, okay.
Because you're from the other continent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kagok's definitely not. Leah, maybe just because you're from Marenhall, and this is a port city, and the Merchant Prince is the owner of the largest trade corporation conglomerate
Yeah. In
company
passing.
in
We'll say in
the
passing.
in the entire realm. So no matter what continent you're on, you probably know about the Golden Scales.
Yep.
And Theta
And so,
looks shocked, and she's like,
so
"Wait,
yeah.
you work for the Merchant Prince?"
Yeah, and Anthony, you would know that the Golden Scales Trading Company is a shipping company that has ships that carry all sorts of merchandise all over both major continents and to all the islands in between. And the Merchant Prince is probably one of the wealthiest people on the whole star.
Does Cereza know about the Merchant Prince?
You might have heard about him just because Urhalai would probably have a lot of dealings with the Golden Scales.
Ooh.
So you would at least be familiar with just the idea of him.
Okay.
I am an agent of, shall we say, corporate subterfuge. Yes?
Ooh.
And, well, you notice that he uses air quotes when he says this, but he says, while I am in the employ of the Merchant Prince, I have a task I need to accomplish, and it involves getting into Gaunt Shipping Warehouse. Though, I suppose I was a little unlucky this time.
Well, you can't just walk right in through the front door.
Well,
They're not going to let you.
I didn't, but
Oh, they caught you inside. Okay.
yes. And that was where I made up my elaborate and devilishly clever lie. That you all just happened to walk past and help confirm for those guards. Which I am, again, very grateful for.
Hmm.
Can I make an insight check on him?
Mhm.
Okay. Come on. Oh my god. 9.
Can we all
Horrible.
make an inside check?
Yeah, anybody who wants to.
Someone else do it, please.
Yeah, you're all standing here listening to him, so.
Well,
Nope. All right.
I mean, you have no reason to suspect that he's being untruthful.
Yeah.
Can Leah call for a quick team huddle away from him?
I can just message you guys, or you can
That's
message.
true.
You have message
Leah,
I was gonna do that
Leah's
anyway.
calling a team huddle with message.
with the message.
with the
Yeah,
message.
Anthena will message. She's like, "Okay, do we want to tell the full truth? Doesn't sound like this guy's a fan of Gaunt, so I don't think he would, fault us. But also, I don't know if we want to expose our plan to somebody who's not, allegiance to somebody else."
we can, just like him, give half of the truth.
Yes, we can just give small details.
We could say that we were passing by to scope the place out for business reasons.
It's not really a lie. I mean, it is business in one way or another, you know?
Exactly, and then we are giving him the truth, but not all of it, and that's not gonna hurt anybody.
Mm-hmm. All right, okay. So we won't tell him about the bank. I think that's probably safest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Huddle, break huddle.
All over. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go team.
I imagine they're all just standing there, like,
Staring at
expressionless,
each
yeah, like,
Yeah.
all like messaging. Nothing suspicious is going on, I promise.
He's just standing there, arms folded, waiting. He's still smiling though.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, he knows what's up. He knows what's up.
I feel like he read us immediately.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh well. Okay, so I guess it's our turn, I suppose. We'll honor our little deal. So we were just passing by the shipping port, just, you know, for business reasons, we really needed to scope it out and see what exactly is in there and how many people are there, just you know, for business. So, yeah, that's what we were doing, and we obviously didn't want to be seen too much by the guards, so...
Yes, you could consider us doing a bit of our own corporate subterfuge.
Yes, that's a wonderful word for it, yeah.
Well, how serendipitous then. Seems like our goals align.
Does seem that way.
Well, I'm not. Though my job title might be spy, I'm not particularly savvy at it. Perhaps an alliance would be in both of our best interests.
You did get yourself caught, so how are we supposed to know that you're at least half decent at what you do?
Well, I saw the inside. It's better than you guys so far.
He's not wrong there.
Damn, he's got us there.
He got us there!
He got us there.
Would you be amiable to telling us what you found in there if we help you in some kind of way?
Of course. If we can arrange a little mutually beneficial exchange, I think that would be reasonable. But we shouldn't do it here. Do you have a meeting spot we could meet later?
Okay.
Should we tell him about the place? Whisper, whisper.
Message.
Whisper, message.
No. I think we could tell him. I want to tell him. I like him. I think he's cool. He obviously... Okay, listen. I don't know what he is as like a person, but I do... His interest is the opposite of Gaunt. So like, I think that's somebody that we can probably align ourselves with at least a little bit.
Enemy
The
of
enemy
my
of my
enemy
enemy is
friend.
my friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Let's go.
Same brain.
All those in favor of telling him about the thing, say aye.
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 It's unanimous. Wow.
All right.
What's that place? The Tipsy Quipper? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got it.
A quipper is a D&D monster that's the equivalent of a piranha.
Ooh, oh, that's
that's so fun.
cool.
Whoa.
I love that.
Okay. Message break. I mean, we've got a bit of a spot. Over in the stilts, there's this tavern. It's called the Tipsy Quipper. And we've kind of set up our operations in there. So, you know, if you wanted to drop by at some point, I'm sure we could discuss an arrangement.
Very well. Any particular time work best for you?
Probably later at, you know, around nighttime, I'd say. You know, it's probably best to avoid some watching eyes.
Very well. I'll stop by.
All right.
Till this evening, then.
Yes. And she'll look to everybody else to make sure that's okay.
Should we mention Camille? Right? Or no?
Oh, maybe, yeah. Or maybe just be like there's somebody there that you know, just say that you know us and
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, all right. So, there's a very nice woman. Her name is Camille. If you just tell her that, you know, you're here to talk to us, she'll show you where to go.
And you are...
Oh, I'm Anthena. Very nice to meet you. And then she'll gesture at everybody else. Your turn.
You don't all have to introduce yourself in order if you don't want
No,
to.
we must.
Every
It's
time.
immersion.
Oh god. Oh god. You said it was.
Just say,
you said
we introduce ourselves.
No, immersion, guys. You must do it in character every time.
Kegok, say your name.
I am Kegox of Clan Stormhide.
Oh, the full legal.
Quite a title.
I'm sorry, sir. An agent of Lady Deetra.
He raises an eyebrow.
Ooh.
A flame tender, huh? Interesting. Suppose we have something in common then.
It seems so.
And I'm Leah Marenhold, born and raised.
Well, pleasure to make all of your acquaintances. Shall we go our separate ways till nighttime?
Yes, sounds like a good plan. Don't want to be seen together too much, I'm sure.
Very well.
But we'll see you later.
See you later then. And you guys kind of walk in one direction and he goes in the other.
Very smooth.
Very smooth, yeah.
As he's walking away, Anthena, in your head, you just hear, I can cast that spell too, you know. And as you turn around to look at him, he just winks at you.
Ooh.
Nice.
He's gonna be trouble.
Yeah. Anthena blushes a little bit.
Yes, I support it. Yes.
And so you guys continue on down the street.
Wait, did he walk past the guards? That...
He went in the opposite direction as you guys.
Okay. Just wondering.
It's so funny just walking past the guards that you just lied to like 10 minutes ago.
Alright, just wanted to know.
So you guys make your way away from Gaunt Shipping and Handling and head towards the Artisan District.
Let's go.
It is getting later. It's kind of sunset now, so it will be dark fairly soon. But you got a little bit of daylight left. If you want to continue to explore.
Yeah, I think we should try to continue going, I think. Well. Ooh. Those dresses? Oh gee.
Very good.
And the four of you arrive in Artisan Square, which has a fountain at its heart and a bunch of little shops all set up throughout. You can see a couple different people kind of milling about the square.
And he's going in the fountain.
People just
Oh my
traveling
gosh.
through. People traveling through on their way to somewhere else, but people stopping to shop at the various stores. You can see kind of in the square itself, there are four sort of prominent establishments. To your left, you can see a shop that has a bunch of displays out front, sort of wooden mannequins that are wearing rather elegant-looking clothing. And Anthena, there's a sign over the door that says Marin Hall Boutique. To your right, there's a building that has a bunch of kind of barrels all thrown about the lawn, not roughly, but stacked and kind of put aside. And the placard above that door reads Behringer's Brew.
Ooh. We gotta keep Kagox and Anthena away from that place.
Listen.
There's a blacksmith working on the far side of the square, hammering away at an anvil, but there's also a sculptor chipping away at some statues to your right. There are a few more figures that seem kind of unusual, not just the average townfolk about on their business. There's a man wearing a fine blue uniform who's kind of examining one of the sculptures. And there's another man with a large kind of pointed wizard's cap who just kind of is milling about near the fountain. And you can see that his hat is a little bit unusual. It's got a bunch of keys hanging from it.
I have just a quick question. Is the guy in the blue uniform, is that the same uniform that we saw on that other guy that was walking out of the alley?
Correct. Same uniform.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but there's a connection.
There's a connection. I've connected
the dots. You haven't connected shit. I've connected
them.
So, where would you like to go?
We've all gone off into separate corners.
We've all split.
Hey guys, can we take a quick bathroom break?
Yeah.
No.
Go for it. We'll just deal with somebody else first. You go run.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Anthena, Leah, Gagox, which of you guys want to do something?
I set down the bag of bread on the outside of the fountain.
I was gonna say, better not be in the water.
No. I set it down outside of the fountain, but I step into it and I start splashing myself again, just to kind of cool off. So it's one of those things. But you can focus on everyone else for now. I'm not doing anything terribly important. Just keeping cool.
Way we can keep Kagox cool without him having to jump in fountains every 10 minutes.
I could just keep casting ice cantrips. But I don't know if he would want that.
Is there a cooldown D&D spell?
I have chill touch. It does necrotic damage.
So maybe not.
Well, I also have frostbite, which does cold damage, and those are both cantrips. So hypothetically, I could just give Kagox frostbite.
He wouldn't be hot.
Chilled. He would be chilled.
I don't know. We'll have to keep thinking.
Anthena and Leah, are you guys looking at anything in particular?
I'm waiting to see it.
You may go first.
Are you sure? I don't. Okay.
It's okay. You go first.
Yeah, I think I just want to poke inside this little clothier. These are just dresses out here on the mannequin.
Yeah, she's got. There's some dresses out on display.
Are they
in
cute?
the yard to show off the talents of the owner inside. Yeah, they're quite ornate, quite elegantly made.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, and Dana's gonna go inside.
All right, yeah, you
just real quick.
You pop your head inside.
I have no money, so.
Oh God.
Doesn't mean you can't browse.
It's true. I'm window shopping.
Window shopping. When it loaded right on that clown for me, the full full page, right on the fucking clown.
Oh my, that is a full clown. Okay.
I know.
Love it.
So inside you see a rather lavish interior. Lots of clothing on display all throughout the store. There are also on the left and right little change rooms where clothes can be tried on, and rather costly-looking couches where one can sit and wait for somebody to try something on.
It's the boyfriend couch.
Yeah, exactly. And on the far side is an elven woman, well, half elven, who is running the counter. But
And
off
what's
to your
the
right,
deal
there
with
is a rather odd-looking fellow, who is just browsing some of the shoes and masks on this little table here. He is dressed entirely in clown regalia and makeup.
Fascinating. Oh, I want to talk to him, but I don't know how to.
What?
Is the clown
do
thing a
it.
sore subject? I
No,
don't know.
walk over there and tell
does
him.
he
Ask
know
him.
he's dressed like a clown?
You should ask him.
I'm curious. Yeah, maybe he's going to a festival or something. I'll walk up to him and just be like, "So that is that's quite intricate makeup and outfit you have on here. As somebody who likes to dapper and in disguises a little bit and makeup and all that. I'm just curious where you got the inspiration."
What do you want? He just rather grumpily looks up at you as he
I
his
don't
attention
want
is taken on.
anything. I don't want anything. I'm just curious why you're dressed like that.
What, you don't want me to conjure an illusion,
What
do
in the
some sort
world?
of trick for you, do a dance for you? They always seem to want me to do a dance.
Oh, I mean that does sound quite interesting, but no, not if you don't want to. Of course not. I wouldn't just come up and ask you to do a dance for me. But if you
It's
wanted to do a
fine.
dance, I wouldn't, be opposed.
It's fine. It is my chosen career path, so he does a little jig as he's grumbling about it. Suppose I can give you
she plays a
little
little
dance.
tune for him. And applauds when he's done. Well, that was wonderful. I mean, so this is your career. Are you what do you do exactly?
Well, I'm an entertainer, obviously, if you couldn't tell already. But, well, not been getting the best work lately, I suppose. It's a little slim. Not for lack
Well,
of trying, though.
oh, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure if more people knew about your wonderful jig and all, they would be flocking to you. So, well, I wish you best of luck. Actually, I heard that there's a festival coming up, the Sea Lantern Festival, and it seems like the kind of.
Before you bother, I did already try that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They said that I'm welcome to attend, but that the clown performing is perhaps a little inelegant for a festival where everybody says goodbye to their dead loved ones. Yeah, can't really argue with that.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I'll be sure to keep an eye out for something. If anybody's asking for a clown, I'll let you know.
Yeah, you let me know. Thaco's the name. What's yours?
Oh, I'm Anthena.
Thaco the clown is my full name, but you can just call me Thaco if it's too long.
Okay, all right. I will do that. Well, very nice to meet you, Thaco. I'll leave you to your shopping.
He just grumbles and turns back around.
Ooh. Do any of these clothes or hats or jewelry and stuff, would I get the indication that any of them are like magical in nature or have some property other than just being clothes, or are they just really nice clothes?
Unless you've got detect magic, you're not gonna
know
just
I need
by
it.
looking.
Dang. Okay.
But there is kind of like most of it seems to just be like clothing that people would buy.
Okay.
Though it is quite nicely made clothing. So there's all sorts of hats and stuff like that. for people to wear. There's stuff for wizards and stuff for kind of peasants that might just wear it on a day-to-day basis. There's boots for fishermen, and there's sandals for the beach. There's all sorts of different things. But there is also in the corner there is a dress that kind of catches your eye because it looks a little different than just the usual regalia that's on display here.
Hmm. Which dress did you? The one over here?
Yeah, this one right here.
That one. Okay. Can I examine it closely, or does it? It just kind of looks like a dress.
As you kind of bend over to look at it, you can see that it's a little unusual looking, just kind of off the bat, but you can't really figure out quite what's going on there. Again, because no detect magic, and you haven't identified it.
Yeah.
But as you're kind of bending over to look at it, the shopkeeper herself, the boutique owner, just calls out to you and goes, "That one catch your eye, then?"
Oh yes. It really did. It's quite fascinating. Did you make it?
With my own two hands.
Wow. Oh my. Well, you are incredibly talented. Could you tell me a bit more about it?
Well, still working on a better name for it. But right now the working title is the Dress of Many Pockets.
Oh. I like that title. Does it have many pockets?
Well, it's got 6 different pockets. She actually makes her way along as you're talking about it. She opens a little kind of hatch to make her way through the counter, and begins to kind of show it off for you. She's sort of displaying the different aspects of the dress and kind of showing it off for you. But she gestures towards kind of these thin little seams that you can see, and then kind of reaches a hand inside to show that those are actually pockets. And she shows off like 6 different pockets on the dress and says, "There's 6 different pockets on it, but if you just..." And you see her just sort of adjust the ribbon that's right around the collar, kind of right at the breastbone. And as she does, the pockets disappear.
Oh my goodness.
Because, well, pockets are incredibly useful, but let's be honest, they're not particularly sightly on a dress like this. And so sometimes you just need to hide them, and you can still carry the stuff inside it while it's hidden.
Anthea is like so shocked and impressed. She's like, "Oh my goodness."
And then when you need to get something out of them, she adjusts the bow again, and you see those seams kind of like almost unzip themselves along the surface of the dress, and all 6 pockets reappear.
This is the most brilliant thing that anybody's ever made. Oh my gosh. Because I struggle with this all the time. I mean, I've only got 2 pockets, and it's not enough. You have to carry lots of things. But, you know, I know what you mean. They're kind of weird looking if you put a bunch of them, so... Wow.
Yes, exactly. I thought it was useful.
It's very useful. It's a wonderful craftsmanship. You've done a really good job.
Again, thank you kindly.
How much? I mean, are you selling it? About how much does it, go for?
Well, something like this would be about 15 gold.
15 gold. Okay. I don't have any gold on me right now. I don't like to travel with it if I don't have a specific purpose for it.
Not
But
to worry. I can put it on reserve for you if you do want to purchase it.
oh, that would be great actually. But I mean, I don't want to deprive anyone who comes in here before me. So if it's not too much trouble, but I don't want to.
I would just put it on reserve for 3 days, and if you're not back by then it will go back on display. Does that sound all right?
Yes, that sounds great. All right. Well,
That way no one will stop by and snap it right up from underneath you.
Yes, that's very thoughtful. Thank you. And I will hopefully be back within 3 days. Yeah. And she's like, it's a great store, and that's a great dress, and you're doing a great job. She'll walk out.
Wonderful. Just come on back. I'm working here most days.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What are my manners? Oh, what's your name?
Linella Lanfrey, of course.
Oh, wonderful to meet you. I'm Anthena.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Again, stop on by anytime during those 3 days and it'll still be on reserve for you. But if you come back a little later than that, it'll probably still be here. I'll just have put it back on display.
All right. Thank you very much. And she'll give her a little wave and head out the door.
Have a nice day now.
You too.
And so you make your way back out into Artisan Square.
Yeah. Anthena will run up to any of the party members that are within her eyesight. She'll be like, guys, we need to get money. We need money right now. There's an incredible dress, and it has pockets. It's got 6 pockets, and they can all disappear if you want them to, but you can still carry stuff inside them. I think she says that to
How much
Kagox,
gold is the? How much gold is the dress?
Kagox nods and says, "Then we shall acquire gold to get you your dress."
Leah heard dress pockets.
Yes, Leah, there's a dress and it has pockets. And you know how rare that is. Dresses never have pockets. I mean, I had to kind of sew these on to my dress thing because I needed places to carry money and things for patrons, and I didn't have any room. And this dress has 6 pockets. 6!
How much gold is this dress, Anthena?
Well, okay, it's 15 gold, which is a bit of money, because, you know, we don't really have any money. You have money, but we're not...
Leah will interrupt Anthena and just press 15 gold into her hands.
No, we might need this for something. We can't spend it on a dress. And
You can pay me back.
Oh, are you sure?
It's alright. I have no much major use for it anyways. I'll be saving the rest of it so that we can go to the bakery tomorrow. But please.
We do need to go back to the bakery, yeah. Are you sure there's nothing else we would need it for? I mean, I feel like we might need...
I believe that a dress with many pockets might help us,
It may have many uses.
carry... Yes, there might be some certain goods we can put in it, yes?
You know, for the mission,
Yes.
she like says it,
Yes.
but then she's like, oh, the mission. You know, it might be
The mission.
helpful.
Anyway, you go buy yourself that dress, Anthena. I have more than enough pockets anyway.
I mean, you could borrow it if you want. We can share.
Buy the dress,
you know.
Anthena. Buy the dress.
Kagox gently nudges Anthena back towards the dress shop.
All right.
Get your pocket dress, and he just nudges her. Maybe a little, maybe not like rough, but like there's a little force there. Like,
Yeah.
Go.
With the encouragement, she will walk very excitedly back into the dress store. We don't have to like RP it or anything, but she will buy the dress.
Yeah, you make your way back into the boutique. Sarisa, you're staring at the statues.
Yeah, I am.
You can see that the sculptor is working on one right now. She's a Nyanhari woman who's just kind of chiseling away a lion statue. And the man in the same blue uniform as the fellow that you saw leaving Gibbet's Emporium is just kind of inspecting one of the statues here. As you walk up, do you say anything, Sarisa?
Can I like look at the sculptures? Can I tell how nice, well crafted?
Yeah, I'd say that you have an eye for stonemasonry and sculptures.
Yeah.
So I would say the work being done here is near masterful. When you look at the lion that she's sculpting, though it is a little bit rough on some edges, the parts that she's clearly finished look like they might come alive at any moment.
Dang, that's pretty good. What about this statue here?
It's sort of a stooped over owl. And again, it looks finished, so it's quite lifelike.
Ooh. Cerisa will be like, wow, these are very masterfully done.
The man that you're standing next to, an elven man in that fine uniform, looks over at you, just kind of glances at you, and just goes, "I quite agree."
Hmm. It actually reminds me of someone I know back home. He's really good at sculpting things too.
Well, he must be if this work reminds you of his.
Yes, it does.
Uh, Sorry to ask, was there something you needed, or just appreciating the art?
Oh, sorry. Just appreciating the art. Like I said, it just reminded me of someone from back home is all.
Of
Are
course, of
you
course.
are you also appreciating the artwork as well?
No, I was just letting Cinna here finish up her last little bit on this statue. She doesn't like to be disturbed while she works.
Mm-hmm.
I had a few questions for her about, well, business, but I was letting her finish up that last curl of the mane.
Mm-hmm. Best not to disturb while they're, so focused in their craft.
Of course.
So are you interested in maybe commissioning her for something?
Well, we're in the process of it already.
Oh?
He just kind of looks at you for a moment, a little bit kind of taken aback, and says, "You must not be from around here."
No, I'm new here actually.
Well, and you've not walked past the bank?
No. Not yet anyway. Like I said, I'm new, just arrived here yesterday actually.
Well, Cinna here and her father before her were personally commissioned for every statue you see in the bank.
Ooh, really now?
Yes, indeed.
Wow, the bank must look absolutely stunning with all these stone statues about.
Well, I certainly think so.
So I suppose she's working on something for the bank now?
Well, of course.
Wow.
Again, if you'd seen the outside of the bank, you'd be familiar with the lines.
Ooh. Well, if I have business there, I'll have to stop by and admire the work. Say, do you happen to work at the bank by chance?
Of course. He just gestures at the uniform.
Ooh. Ah, yes. Sorry. Like I said, I'm new, so I wasn't really familiar with, your bankly attire.
Not to worry, not to worry. Yes, I'm one of the junior managers there.
One of the junior managers, you say?
Yes, indeed.
Ooh. Would you suppose it's a hard job being a junior manager and all?
Hmm. I would say someday.
Hmm. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Sarisa, and you?
Yarrow.
Jarl. Yes, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well. If you have anything worth keeping secure, Evermore's the place to do it.
Ooh, I'll have to keep that in mind. Thank you. But like I said, I'm not very familiar with the area.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of townsfolk you could ask if you want to lay the land. But as you're kind of talking, you see him sort of just kind of glance towards the sculptor who is laying down her mallet and chisel, and then just kind of signals to him, I'm ready for you now, Yarrow, if you want. And he says, please excuse me, I really must get back to work.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, didn't mean to bother you or anything.
Not to worry, not a bother, but, you know, I have business to attend to, so can't spend all day chatting.
Of course, of course.
Have a lovely day now.
You too! Cerisa is going to stand by the statue. Dang it.
So they make their way over and they just start to talk kind of off in the corner.
Dang it. And I can't hear them from that far away, can I?
They're not like whispering in each other's ears or anything like that, but they're certainly not talking very loud, so it's a bit hard to hear anything at all.
Dang it. Are there any snakes in the area?
I would say the snakes would probably keep away from Artisan Square to not get trampled by any of the carts.
What if they
Any-
were
any of
cultured
the-
snakes, though?
any of the-
Yeah.
What if they wore a little hat?
Yeah, there's one right here.
I got excited for a second. Dang it. I want to know what they're saying. He works at the bank.
You can make like a stealth to get a little closer if you want, to just try to be like examining the statues.
Yeah, like this
innocently
one,
if you
right?
wanted to like make a stealth check to
Yeah.
not arouse suspicion.
Yeah, like maybe I can mosey my way over to the statue here.
Because it doesn't look like they're trying to be like particularly secretive. It's just that they were having a private meeting, that's all.
Alright, but if he works at the bank, maybe I can, hear something good. Alright, so stealth check?
Yeah, make a stealth check to not get noticed. Like, no matter what, you'll be able to approach and hear what they're saying, but
Okay.
the stealth check would be to not have them be like, why is this person sidling up next to us?
Just don't worry about me. Can I use Blessing the Trickster on myself?
Does it say that you
As
can?
an
Because
action.
I think you have some sort of ability that specifies not you, and it might be that one.
No.
Yeah, it's other than yourself.
Dang it! I can't read. All right, cool.
Yeah, most
I'll
spells
give
you
it-
can cast on yourself if it applies to another person, but that one specifically says other than yourself, so not that one.
Okay. All right. All right.
Gotta get an accomplice.
All right. All right. Oh my gosh! Just Oh man. Nah, I'll roll the stealth. Come on, baby.
I will say you are in heavy armor.
Oh dang, yeah, that's
So you-
right.
So when you walk up to this little statue, you will be going clank, 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 clank. So that little D next to your stealth means you have disadvantage because of your armor.
Oh, that's what it says. Okay, that's
So,
what.
Yeah.
Oops. All right, let's go for it.
So yeah, you would roll it twice, and we take the lower roll.
Okay, roll. Wait. It says select roll mode.
Yeah, so you can like right click on the see where the little +1 is where you click to roll, right?
Yeah.
You can right click that and then go check disadvantage if you want,
Disadvantage.
and then roll.
And then roll.
And it'll do that for you. There you go. See, now in roll 20, you can see that it put both rolls, and we take the lower one when it's disadvantage. We take the higher one when it's advantage.
No.
So 12 is what you got. And so as you walk over, your armor is going clank, 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 clank. All the bangles and jewelry are kind of rattling against each other. And so you overhear the two talking as you approach. And so you get a part of the conversation as you walk over, and you hear the sculptor Cinna say, "Trouble with one of the golems, then?" And Yarrow says, "Yes, one of the upper vault ones. It's been a bit of a problem for about a week now, and we thought we'd get you to take a look at it." And then they both just kind of notice you walking over. And then just kind of like turn away from you and take a few more steps away.
Oh, brutal.
She's like, well, at least I heard something interesting. Can I see what this sculpture is, though?
The one right in front of you?
Yeah.
The one right in front of you is like sort of an angel. It's got like it's a young woman with wings on her back.
Ooh. Anybody in particular, or just?
It doesn't depict anyone that you'd be familiar with. So it just kind of looks like a girl.
Okay, interesting. Can I like glance over in this direction and see what the heck is that?
Which direction? Sorry.
Yeah, this one. What is that? That's
Yeah,
actually...
the one that they kind of walked up next to and are talking a lot more quietly now. Next to is like it's a large 3-headed dog.
Ooh, puppy. All right, cool. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more information out of them, and I'm not willing to get caught. So I'm just gonna mosey my way back over here. And maybe to look less suspicious, look at the lion one.
Make an investigation on the lion one.
Ooh. Investigate. Oh, come on, man. Let's go. Blah.
It's a statue. Looks unfinished.
Bro, all I'm good at is rolling to see if there are any snakes in the area. Watch. Watch. If I roll to see if there's a snake around, it's going to be a high roll. What was it? Survival to check for snakes?
Yeah, nature or survival is what you can use for that kind of thing.
Bro.
Yeah, with your expert survival and knowledge of nature, you surmise that snakes would keep well away from the cart paths of a square like this so that they don't get run over.
Bro, I don't know what's up with this statue. I can't find any snakes. Bro.
2 misses for Sarisa.
Bro.
It happens.
It does. Sometimes the digital dice just are not nice.
Not in
They're
your
not.
favor, no.
No. But I did hear something interesting, though.
This is true.
True. And now we know that those dudes in uniforms work at the bank.
Yeah, that's what. See, we didn't know that, and I was wondering. Oh
Right.
wait, that means that drug dealer sells to a bank employee. We could exploit that somehow.
Ooh, that's
Good.
true.
Oh my gosh, I gotta write this
Like,
stuff
sir, are
down.
you using drugs at work?
That's
Whoa.
maybe illegal. I don't actually know. I would assume, but I'm not sure.
If he's dealing out of a shady back alley.
I mean, Gibbet did call his wares illicit.
Okay, all right. I don't know the laws of Marinhold. Maybe they do things differently there. I don't know.
Mhm.
Every
Maybe,
drug is legal. Who knows?
right? Yeah, maybe it's cool to snort pixie dust. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in a world like this, it's not like they would have like a narcotics division of the police force, but like
Just a little gnome, like
but
trying
like
to figure things
the
out.
ruler of the city would not approve of people bringing that into the city because it would cause a lot of problems, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, cool.
So yeah, Sarisa, you examine that statue there. It looks unfinished for sure, but you're unable to really determine much further from it. And so we'll say that you guys kind of group back up slowly. Leah, were you just watching the blacksmith work?
Yeah, I was gonna ask him something, but like,
We can
it's
do
okay.
that now as long as nobody needs to like run immediately.
No.
Yeah, I'm good.
So the Nyanmari blacksmith is just tinkering away in his shop, hard at work.
Cool.
As you hover
stare at
nearby.
him from a respectful distance.
Do you stand there for a while?
Yeah. She doesn't want to bother him. She's kind of like standing there awkwardly.
All right. Yeah, you stand there for a little bit, and just kind of like hover nearby, and he keeps working for like a good solid 10 minutes as the others are doing their own thing, and then as he kind of stands up to go in and quench the thing he's currently working on in a water barrel, he kind of catches your eye as you're standing there watching him. He just sort of pauses and looks at you for a moment awkwardly and just goes, was there something you needed?
Hi, sorry, sir. I didn't want to interrupt. I know how time crucial some of these projects are. Do you perchance make, armor?
Well, yes. He just kind of like looks you up and down as you're wearing like the most wizard ass robes ever. Is it for yourself or for someone else?
No, it's not for me. I
Carries staff, book tucked under arm.
yeah, she's literally holding.
Can I get the full plate?
She goes, "Oh no, it's not for me. Sorry. I have a friend. See," and she points to Kagox from across the square. And she says, "I believe he is looking for someone to make him a bracer. He has the materials, or at least intends on getting them, but he asked a jeweler earlier today to make one for him, and I'm not completely confident she knows how to do that."
Well, I've made a bracer or two in my day.
Well, that's
But,
good.
I'd have to take a few measurements, and well, depends on the materials you want to make it out of.
I believe he said leather and a bone, perhaps. I think.
All right. Well, I've worked with leather before, but never with bone. But suppose it's just carving. Get a few pointers from Cinna next door.
It's really not. It's not that hard. I've worked with it before. It's not bad. You just have to be a bit careful with it because it can chip really easily, and then you don't want to get any of that in your fingers. Anyway. Okay, Gox. Can you come over here?
He kind of perks up a little bit. He was deeply lost in thought. And he sees Cerisa and motions to the bag of bread and basically, watch this. And then he walks directly through the fountain
Oh my god.
to make his way over towards Leah.
Okay.
Under his breath, as the blacksmith looks up at you, Kagas, you just hear, "7 hells, you are large." Well, if you do want a bracer, I can make a few measurements. That's one hell of a forearm you've got there.
He looks to Leah, and then he looks to the blacksmith. What is this about?
Well, a friend here was
Bracer.
discussing a commission.
Oh, we are giving gold for this commission. Oh, very well. And he just stands there. He waits.
Well, I'd have to take the measurements first, and if you're positive about leather and bone, well, I'd have to get my hands on some of that first, and then I'd tally up your material costs as well as time working. So I wouldn't get it done for you today or anything like that. I wouldn't even have a price for you today, but if that is what you want, I can look into it, and you can come back tomorrow and we can do the measurement.
Agox looks over to Leah. Are you doing this for me?
Well, you said you wanted a bracer, and although our jewelry making friend is quite adept at her skill, I figured you might want to have it made by someone who was a little more combat inclined.
I see. And this man is combat inclined?
Yes, he makes armor and weapons and the like. So, since a bracer would be, he said he made a few, if that's right. I believe he could probably do a little bit more of a sturdier job than a jeweler could.
And he's kind of contemplating, like, well, if Astrid could do it, or said that she might be able to do it, you know, his thoughts were like, well, she said she could, and he just nods his head. He nods his head. Whatever you need from me.
All right. Well, I suppose I'll take a few measurements now, get some dimensions, and then I'll look into the materials for you, and you can come back tomorrow. We'll finalize everything, and then I'll get to work. Sound good?
Kegox nods, and he just sticks out his massive forearms.
The blacksmith goes and gets his kind of like a long string that he uses to measure, and then he just gets to work, just kind of examines the forearm and kind of moves about and takes a bunch of different measurements. You see him pull a little notebook out of his kind of apron pocket and jot them down, and then continues to measure, jots them down. And after a good few minutes of measuring, he looks satisfied and goes, all right then, you're sold on bone and leather then?
And Kegox nods again. That's what he's known, unless there is something that this man would suggest otherwise.
Well, I'm not one to turn down a commission if that's what you've got your heart set on. I suppose I can see what I can source. Come on and visit again tomorrow, and I'll have looked around. If you find your own materials before then bring them with you. Cut you some of the cost of the supplies. But other than that, that's all I need from you right now, so come back and visit tomorrow. I'll have news for you. Was that all you needed then, lass? Looks at you, Leah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow. We might bring a few of our own materials, so just so you know.
Very well, just come on back. There are a few other smiths who work here, but just ask for me. I'm Graham.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Leah. This is Kegox.
Pleasure to meet you both. Have a pleasant day now. I really should get back to work, but come on back tomorrow. We'll talk then.
Thank you, sir. See, Kegox, we're going to get you a bracer.
I have a question.
Yes.
What purpose does this serve in our mission? I don't understand. Why would we need to get me this?
Well, you wanted a bracer, did you not?
Yes, but I do not have any money.
Well, that's okay. Honestly, I don't have much either, but I figure if we bring our own materials, and you know, we've got a whole day ahead of us. I'm sure we'll find some money somewhere, but it's important that you have the things that you want to have, and who knows, perhaps it could assist you in a battle of some sort.
And what is it that you want, Leah?
Well, I'd like for you to have your bracer.
Kegok pauses for a second. And then he looks down at his pelt. And then he looks at Leah for a moment again. And then he removes the pelt from his waist. And then he just kind of like hands it to her.
Aww.
Okay, Gox. Your pelt.
Yes,
Why are you giving me your pelt?
because you are doing something for me that is a trade of goods.
Well, yes, but I don't. As interested as I am in them, I don't want them. I've no intent to keep them of any kind. I just wanted to get this done because you wanted it.
I see. He puts it back around his waist and he looks at Leah. I have much to learn about the way things are now.
You'll get there in time, I think, but you can just consider this as a friend deciding to look out for another friend.
And I will look out for you, friend.
Well, thank you, K-Gox. I'm glad to be your friend.
I am glad to be your friend also.
Does Graham hear any of this? Like, they're having, like,
I mean-
a heart-to-heart.
Graham's on the verge of
Like,
tears.
He's just like hammering away, just in the background.
He's not
working.
moved by this incredible scene.
Yeah, is he
What?
moved? Is he moved? Is he, like, crying while he's working?
All right. You look at him. You look at him
Yeah?
for just a moment. And you can't tell if you wiped sweat away or if it was a tear.
It was a tear. It had to be a tear.
Canonically,
It was
it's
a
a tear.
It was
It's
a
a
tear.
tear.
It's a
Canon
tear.
says it's a tear.
Canon says crying. That's what I choose.
But Anthena, you quickly go back into just to resolve this. We don't have to do it next time.
Yeah.
You head back into the boutique, and
I kind
make
of
your way
like,
back to the counter.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
she
go.
like kind of rushes in like really excitedly, and she's like almost out of breath when she gets to the counter. She's like, "Okay, change of plans. Actually, a friend of mine carries took some gold today. It was, who would have thought? It's such a coincidence. But I would like to take the dress now. And she'll like kind of put the gold on the counter and move it, like shove it across.
Ah, perfect. Well, I just tucked it away, and she pulls out a neatly packed box where she's folded it up, and she unfurls it and places it on the counter. Counts through your gold, and then as she looks back over you, says, "Any last adjustments you want me to make to it?"
I mean, not unless you had anything in mind. It's already perfect in my opinion.
Well, is there any shirring or smocking or lace you'd want me to add, or is it not quite your color?
Oh no, it's perfect. You don't need to do anything else.
I shouldn't. Changing the color is incredibly easy. She pulls a wand from beneath the desk and just taps the dress, and it instantly changes to pink. And then she taps it again, and it changes to orange. And then she taps it again, and it's back to how it was.
Oh my gosh! Wait, what color is it currently?
It's kind of like a seafoam green right now.
Ooh, okay. I think she'll be like, is there any way that the kind of seafoam greenish that you've got there, could it be more, more of like an earthy kind of green, kind of like what my dress now looks like, if that's possible. I don't want to be too much trouble.
She doesn't say a thing at all. She just taps it, and it is the exact color. Like she used the color picker tool in Photoshop. She just nailed it.
Great job.
And it's dead on. Is
She's
that
so
what you like?
challenging. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Thank you so much. This looks amazing. Thank you.
Very well. And if you wanted to wear it out, feel free to use one of the change rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it out. All right. She'll be, yeah, okay. Thank you. And she'll hurry in and change.
Yeah, as you're walking away from her, she just says, and remember, if anyone asks where you got it, it's a Len Fraith design.
Of course. Yeah, even if they don't ask where I got it, I'll tell them about it. And yeah, she'll change.
Yeah, you make your way into the change room and quickly change into it. And are now wearing your new dress.
Yes.
So you can just
New
tuck
dress
your old dress
acquired.
away into your pack and
Yeah,
keep
honestly,
that, but, you've got your new dress.
Yay! All right, I run outside and I'm very excited.
And yeah, as you're kind of putting it on, you try it out a little bit, just adjusting that ribbon right near your collarbone, makes the pockets appear and disappear. You can also, as you're kind of fiddling with it, you realize that you can actually decide how many pockets appear. You can make them, you can make there only be 4. You can make there be just 1. You can fully kind of adjust that ribbon, and all you really have to do is just kind of think about what you want. And so 6 is the max, but you can have any number in between.
This is the most perfect article of clothing. I like. Oh my gosh, amazing! Psychic dress.
Not to mention pockets.
Not to mention pockets. Which,
True, pockets
yeah.
are key.
Pockets are key. Awesome. And Theta is very pleased with her new dress.
Yeah, so you change into it and make your way back out into the square where everybody is kind of slowly gathered back together.
I think she's gonna kind of rush over to where she sees Leah and Kagox, and she'll just kind of do like a little like spin and like show it off. She's like, "Look at this thing. I mean, is this not the most amazing thing you've ever seen?" And she'll kind of fiddle with the bow and like show the pockets appearing and disappearing. And she's like, I'm so excited. And she'll like look at Leah and not grab her by the shoulders, but just kind of like put her hands on her hands and be like, "Thank you so much. Like so much. I promise I'll repay you whenever I have the means to, but I really appreciate it."
It is quite all right. You really don't have to worry about it.
Well, I mean, one way or another, I can't guarantee it'll be completely in gold, but in some way.
Again, don't worry about it. If anything, you can help me decide something that I can do for Sarisa, because I've helped Kagox with his bracer, and I've helped you with your dress, and now I have to work on Sarisa.
Ooh.
I mean, I think the peppers, getting those is probably a good start, but, you know, we were kind of, we're working on that, so I wonder what else she might like.
I believe
Maybe-
she's been asking about snakes.
Oh.
Perhaps I can find her a snake. Yes.
Are there any snakes around here?
Let's go.
That's a good question. There are some snakes that like to live in the water, and then there are some that look like snakes but are not actually snakes, which I've studied both of the kinds. But when it comes to actual snakes, you'd be more likely to find them in the forest surrounding Marenhall than actually at the beaches or in the city. But you're not going to find them here because there's too many carts and people and things like that. You're going to find them in an area where it's not quite as populated.
Kagox gently taps Leah on the shoulder with his trunk and then points over to the fountain where Sarisa is snacking on some of the bread. I believe that she's enjoying something right now.
Oh,
That's so beautiful.
you're right. I suppose I hadn't realized that it was something small as that I could have done.
Bro.
I think Anthena will walk over and kind of sit next to her. Like, not like super close to invade her space, but she'll just kind of walk over and sit a little close. Oh, hang on, wait, that's really close. Like,
You sit
here.
on top of her.
Yeah. Move over!
Scooch over,
Yeah, well,
bitch.
you guys have kind of explored the square a little bit. You can regroup. Because if there's nowhere else you want to go here, then you can decide where you want to go
Everybody
next.
come sit by the fountain. It'll be a good way to end the session.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you guys take a moment, a little breather in Artisan Square to sit on the edge of the fountain and eat a little bit of bread if you want. Have an almond sweet roll. Or a fruit tart. And Athena, you have the map kind of spread out on your lap and you can see the city itself. So you've looked around Artisan Square. There, you can look more if you want. But you're currently here. So, just since we're going to wrap the session here, where would you guys want to go next time? You're going to head to the steam house? That was your original intended destination.
It's true.
We might want to also, didn't Roja say that, or no, not Roja, the other Dragonborn say that there's a, like, we could maybe find something in the archives about...
That was actually Roja who said
Yeah,
that.
that was.
Oh, was it? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
He mentioned that there are a couple different magicians in town. He said that there was one in Merchant's Round who owns a magic shop. He said that you could check the Candletree archives because Avogadro Candletree is a quite renowned wizard. But they also said that if you could somehow manage to get an audience, that the Mariswa family has a court wizard who is quite talented as well.
I mean, since we're in the area, maybe the steam house and then Candletree?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
And wait, are the Mary Spas the one who own the steam house?
No, that's the Misthaven family.
Misthaven. Oh my god,
Misthaven.
yeah, it says Misthaven right there.
That's the Ganassi, the Mary Swa family, as Leah informs you as you ask that question to Leah.
This is true. Leah says this.
As Leah informs you, the Mary Swa family are a Nyanhari family who run the entire city.
Oh, okay.
And have a couple other small towns outside of it, kind of under there.
Okay. I don't think we've met anybody from that family yet.
No.
We need to get on that, guys. They seem important.
If my memory serves me, they have a daughter? At least one female child?
Where did you meet her?
Great question.
You've had a divine vision.
I had a divine vision that some bearded tiefling dude interacted with a Mary Swa child at some point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So then where might she be?
Oh, great question. You're testing my memory.
Well, what was that one shot a part of?
Candletree Arca.
Ooh.
Maybe she's there.
Yeah, you're talking about that one we did, the underwater.
Yes. Oh god, that was the most recent. How do I not remember?
No, Luck Be a Lady was the most recent.
Wait. Yes, it was.
But you're talking about Selkie Mary Swan.
Yeah. I know these things.
But yeah, okay, so you'll say, you can go to the steam house, you can go to the archives. If you're gonna go anywhere after that, just give me a third place, and then I'll have 3 things in mind.
Okay. Well, we do have to. We have a meeting scheduled.
Oh yeah, we have to go back to
Sure.
the Tipsy Flipper.
Yeah, it's getting fairly late. You did say nighttime, so that I'll let you guys have the wiggle room of that can be like after midnight, or that can be like 9 o'clock. You know. So it's up to you guys.
Yeah, I think it should be a little later so that we have time to visit these other places. But
yeah, for sure.
We should be able to at like 10 p.m. Like, hey guys, I'm just sleeping.
Here to read.
Fucking Avogadro shows up in like pajamas. He's like, hello.
He would.
Why are you at my door right now?
Yeah, you know he would do.
No, I know he would. Like he would have.
He would have the full nightgown, little hat,
cap,
little
and like the
candlestick.
fucking
Ebenezer Scrooge fit.
Yes,
Oh my
yes,
god.
Ebenezer Scrooge fit.
It always comes back to that. We were talking about that like the first session, I think.
Time
Or
is
no,
a
maybe
flat
second
circle, and it always circles back to
circles back
honk you,
to
me. All right, yeah. So we'll end the session there, and doesn't really matter where you guys go after that. This I already know what I'm doing. It's all prepped already.
That's fair.
We're good.
Yeah.
It's all in my head. So yeah, we'll end the session here, and next time you guys can make your way to the steam house for a nice, relaxing steam bath. I guess if you want to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. We'd be steam bathing.
And then you can stop by the archives and see if there's anything of interest there.
Heck yeah.
So we will wrap up here for today and pick up again next time. So heading back over here. I like this song, so I'm gonna keep it on.
It's so good.
It's a good
It's so good.
song.
Or we
I
could
just-
also
It's so
swap. We could
good.
also swap to the same motif but different song.
Oh yeah, what was that?
All right. So, off the top of our heads, does anything interfere with next week, same time?
I don't
Should
think
be
so.
good.
Yeah.
I believe I'm good also.
Perfect. Okay. We will pencil it in as a yes. If anything changes with anybody, let me know. And we can always make an adjustment or cancel if we have to. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, we will say it's a yes for next time. And we'll have our next session then.
Hee hee.
Yay.
Hooray!
To continue with our bookkeeping, off the top of my head, the next stream is Friday. I think 7? We're doing 7, right, Rika?
Yeah, we're doing 7.
I already said 7 on my schedule, therefore you guys have to align with that.
Oh, no.
we're
No,
doing
it's 7.
Doing another Helldivers 2 night.
Let's go.
Because we want to try out the new stuff, the new update. So we'll have another Friday night bug fight.
Yeah.
And,
Friday night fights.
It'll be a good time. So that'll be the next stream, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, there'll be streams the week after. We might end up doing more old school. Might have something else. We'll see. We'll see how Wim takes me early on kind of Sunday. So yeah, that's the plan for looking ahead. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. So unless there's anything you guys want to say. Stares at players.
Thank you for a wonderful session.
Yeah.
Have a great night, everyone.
Yeah.
The session was great, but no snakes.
Yeah. No snakes.
Snakes next time. We'll find a snake.
Dude,
We're
we
gonna
don't
find
snakes.
one.
Come on, you didn't think that you were gonna roll a character that can talk to snakes and there was gonna be 0 snakes. You didn't think that, right, Rika?
No,
Come on.
I
Come on,
knew
this
better.
is a Star
Come
Limited
on.
campaign. Come on.
Come on. I knew better. It's just I'm gonna keep looking, Gran. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
exactly,
keep
you'll
looking.
find them.
Yeah, I'll find them eventually.
Alrighty. So we'll wrap up here for tonight. And thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing players. It's always a good time with this group. And we will be back again soon. Have a good night. Take care. See you guys soon. Thank you for watching.